Hello everyone, and welcome back to Tales from Tuatha. We're bringing you the stories of adventure, danger, loss, and heroic triumph from a land within our imaginations. Bringing you these tales today is Nerida the Drowned.
Hello!
Cora Hilltopple.
Hunting giants and delivering supplies, apparently.
Harbakir Toll Middleek.
I'm his wife. He'll be back in a minute.
Didn't know he had a wife. Lost.
Yo! I have nothing
Chance.
witty to say.
Chance.
Welcome.
That's not Chance. And well, on screen anyway. And Welgwyn Woodbarrel.
Hello!
There we go. Thank you for being with us today to share in our tale. Here is what happened last time. Nerida was contacted by Telluria Delphi and asked to bring the supplies recovered from the giants to the Great Dividing Wall and to look for Captain Arthas. The Great Dividing Wall lies far to the east, the eastern border between Lothuria and Tiberia. Roy Parthas agreed to travel with the party and deliver the supplies. The pious among the group also set out into the Hollowwood to commune with their deities. Lost led the party, but was beset by horrific imagery when he tried to reach out to Miliki. Because of this, it took several hours of wandering before he finally overcame the darkness and led the party to a small clearing with an old altar to an unknown and possibly forgotten god. Once there, Nerida, Alik, and Lost sat down to commune with their deities, while Roy, Welgwyn, Cora, and Chance kept watch over them. Suddenly, from the bushes, arrows emerged, and the cackling of goblins could be heard as the party was beset by a roving band of goblins who may have even desecrated this altar from time to time. Through fierce battle, the goblins were warded off, and the communion was allowed to complete between the three pious members of the party and their deities. Nerida had visions of standing atop a great ocean and spoke to Umberlee in the form of a great and ominous tempest. Umberlee suggested that Nerida has been away from the sea for too long, and that may be what is straining her connection to her deity. Umberlee offered a token of her power, which could be found in a place known as the Valley of the Nascent Tempest. Alik's vision was of a great stone hall lined with statues of champions of Helm, each backed by its own stone pillar with engraved names, at the end of which stood the armor-clad deity. Helm suggested that the loss of connection may be due to the waning of worship in the gods in Tuatha, because there's not as much devotion, perhaps their connection to the material plane is weakened. He told Alik of an artifact far to the north, in the tomb of a great hero named Maldith Alexson, that he should seek out to acquire a piece of Helm's power and remain his champion in the material plane. Lost was again transported to the woods of his childhood and was met by a unicorn of Miliki, who expressed concern about the disruption of her connection to the material plane. She worried that the balance of nature may be lost if her connection is severed, and hoped that Lost may be her representative on the material plane to try to maintain that balance if the connection further weakens or is ultimately severed. The unicorn then took him to a nearby tree hundreds of feet tall and dozens wide. Lost climbed the tree and saw in its center an enormous hole leading all the way down. That concluded their communion with their gods, and from there our heroes set out back to Moontip, where they would leave for the Great Dividing Wall, hoping to deliver their cargo of arms and armor before it's too late. I should mention after having rested out in the Hollowwood for the night. So when we left off, everyone was heading back to Moontip to collect whatever horses they may have, and Roy is with them. You all also see to the east what looks perhaps like a brewing storm. There are dark clouds moving swiftly over the plains and rolling over the hills. That's where we'll pick up. Who's doing what? You're heading back to Moon Tip to collect your horses.
I think Vision Quest is a better term.
I can call it whatever you like.
Look of those storm clouds. I think we'll have to move swiftly if we plan to get out of here before we get caught in them. Or it could be a possible storm giant. You never know.
You and your giants. But yes, I agree that storm looks unfortunate. We should make haste.
The faster we deliver these goods, the faster we get paid. Let's make that happen.
I could not agree more. Let's get some horses.
Did seem like there was some urgency in delivering these supplies, and if it's to the wall, that's a crucial stronghold.
Yeah, I think we should probably get
Area.
moving.
We're not heading to Thalra, right?
No.
Okay.
Headed east.
Yeah, opposite
Okay.
direction.
I know you can't see directions very well from down there, Dwarf, but try to, stick with us.
You know what, tall guy Roy? I think the only direction you're familiar with is away from a threat.
Ow!
Snap.
It took a while, but we got there. It was a good one.
It did take a while.
I think I'm finally starting to see that Dwarven humor.
He takes a second, but it gets there.
Heard that before. So, should let's head out.
Sounds good.
All right. We bought horses, right?
Yeah.
We did.
Yes.
Except for I have to be one, but that's fine.
Are Cora and I riding on Lost?
Yep.
Okay.
There's one horse that's actually just 3 party members. Okay.
Yeehaw. All right.
It's one way to reduce travel expenses. Okay.
I mean, this is,
Charging
all
it
goes
to...
to this is the precursor to the Green New Deal. Height of efficiency. Okay.
Save a horse, ride a party member.
There we go.
Ooh,
Tagline.
might want to work on the phrasing on that one. So,
Yeah.
So you head out east from Moontip on your horses. You can move fairly fast on the horses if you choose. Normally you can move about 24 miles over a day, which would be like 8 hours of travel and a 1 hour break. Horses at like their normal pace, or like basically their walking pace, you can move 36 miles. If you want to push them, and you can take a look at the map over here, I've added more. Let me get this on the thing too. There is some area east of Moontip that you're all somewhat familiar with. Remember, each hex is a mile, so if you wanted to make it all the way to town, you might have to push your horses a little hard, at which point they'll need extra rest.
I'm okay taking our time as long as we're not hurting our transport.
Yeah, we should make it in 2 days. We can get to Pybozero tomorrow afternoon, stock up, and then carry on.
Sounds good.
It's Pybozero.
Pybozero.
I think you should let Roy read the map, Dwarf. He seems to know the cities better than you.
I can
in
read
this land.
good, thank you.
I've been there before. We could stop off there for the night. You wanted to get in. It looks like the weather's taking a turn to the east. Probably shouldn't camp if we can avoid it.
I agree. Weathering storms outside is never one of my preferences.
It's probably like 23 miles there, and then another 30 or so to get to Pybozero. So if you wanted to make it there by nightfall, you are leaving like first thing in the morning, so you could potentially just get like an early start on it and just travel for a couple extra hours and make it in by like 11 p.m. Push yourselves just a little bit. I would say if you want to do that, you probably won't take a point of exhaustion unless you stay up longer.
Roy, is there anything in Pybozero worth seeing?
It's not really much. I mean, it's got a wonderful tavern. I believe it's the Rust Bucket or the Rusty Bucket. I've been there too long. That's pretty much it. It's just a fishing village.
What do you
I
say?
know that Lost loves to visit new taverns and try out different ales.
I go straight for the hard stuff.
And I think
Liquor.
I say as a horse.
love the Rusty Bucket.
They're all in there
And-
already.
Since we're riding him, I don't think we should push him too hard.
He's fine, and I slap Lost butt.
Just watch out for those hooves.
Okay, so throughout the day, you make your way. Whoa. It takes most of the day, and by the time you're maybe 10 miles out of Pybozero, the storm clouds are just swirling overhead, and you see rain and lightning in the not too, very nearby, not exactly in the distance. And you hear the thunder from it.
Is there any way to tell if this is a natural storm or one that's magically created?
Can I tell it all?
I would say roll Arcana. Checking to see if it's magically created.
I mean, just to see if it's a natural storm. Or
To see if it's a natural storm, I mean, you could roll Nature. Say in that
Because
case.
I can roll nature against it. Let's see. That is something I can do. No, I have no nature. That's not mine.
9. I guess I can't really tell.
Seems natural. You're not really sure. You're not really entirely sure what you're looking for. You haven't seen very many unnatural storms per se.
Yeah.
The storms Umberlee conjures on the sea they appear as normal storms. They're just usually very tempestuous and violent.
Well, I know I want to sleep in a dry bed tonight, so do you want to head towards Pybozero?
Sounds good.
So you could cut off the road, or you could make your way to the crossroads there.
How
Cut
much
off
more
the
time?
road. We've got a ranger to guide us.
Yeah, I think we can cut through here without too much trouble.
I believe he was speaking of me, but if you want to take the lead, go for it.
Oh, sorry, you're right. I
Roy,
only dabble as a ranger.
Roy doesn't think it's easy to determine direction from down there. Show him wrong, little hilltopple.
Roy's having a lot of trouble navigating. The rain has, when you're like a mile or so off the road, the rain storm has sort of overtaken you. And he's having trouble like determining what's safe ground for the horse to trot on, like solid, firm ground from sort of mushy, waterlogged ground. You wanted to take over
Roll
and
some
help.
survival to help?
Yeah.
Or to take over?
It would be, survival.
13.
Okay, so you're definitely doing better, but you haven't really... You've just gotten back to, like, a normal pace with the horses. You're not actually able to push the horses very fast. At this point, too, you're maybe 2 or 3 miles off the road when your final wild shape expires. And Welgwyn and Cora just topple down on top of you.
I feel like you could have given us a heads up that was going to
what
happen.
a warning
I'm not
next time.
a big fan of the mud.
Sorry, guys.
I don't want to. I mean, you did a big favor for us, and I appreciate that. I don't want to sound ungrateful.
Nah, if we had taken a little bit more of a break earlier, I could have replenished, but yeah.
I don't suppose you could like carry me on your shoulders the rest of the way. Is that a bridge too far?
I
That
don't see
seems
why
like
not.
it.
I think we've already passed that point, haven't we? Do you even need to ask at this point?
So at this point, you have 3 people who do not have a mount. They're going to have to roll athletics to try to keep up with the horses, or you could slow down a bit. It's also getting towards night. It's maybe like...
I mean,
you're all
everyone
getting a bit tired.
We can we double up? The rest of the party has horses.
Yeah.
What's the carrying capacity of our horses?
I think it's technically 400 pounds, but...
Yeah, I thought we only bought this many horses because we figured out how we could have everyone.
It's
be on
true, but
horseback.
Lost can only be wild shape for 8 hours, and you're pushing beyond 8 hours.
Okay.
Well, I think previously we were taking a midday break because it's 8 hours per short rest.
I see.
So if we take a short rest during lunch or something like that in our travels, then theoretically I can maintain it longer. But that depends on what the group has done.
If you wanted to double up on the horses, like, you will severely exhaust whatever horses get doubled up on. They're already walking through inclement weather and difficult terrain.
Could
Could we slow down?
Exaggerated pace.
We'll get there an hour later. It's no big deal.
Yeah.
We put the halflings on the horses and then have Lost try to follow. That's probably the fastest that we could go.
Could we also like rotate horses, like which ones are getting doubled up on, so that one isn't taking the brunt of it?
Good. You don't have too much further to go.
Yeah, I was going to say,
You're
how
like
much
5
further
miles outside of town.
how much further do we think we have to go? Yeah, then it's fine. If you want to, honestly, if you want to put the halflings on the horses, I'll follow behind on foot.
Okay.
I'm not too concerned. I should be able to move easily through this sort of terrain and find my path without too much problem. My ranger skills, I think, and this is like a wooded area. I have advantage, so I could probably move without problem.
It's not a forest. It's not really a wooded area here. It's kind of a plains type area. Once you get down into Pybozero, it'll be a bit more wooded.
Yeah, and
But-
I can move through non-magical difficult terrain without expending any movement.
There you go. So just roll athletics, Lost, to
I'm going to get on Chance's horse
not be
because I don't like
exhausted.
getting my feet dirty.
Mm-mm, 19.
Damn.
You are, despite the difficult day's journey and your exhaustion from carrying 2 companions, though they are smaller and don't even have heavy armor or heavy equipment on, so it wasn't too bad. But you're fairly athletic. You're actually fairly strong, so you push through no problem, and you're just making broad strides. Keeping up with the horse is actually no problem. You're not outpacing them, but you're keeping up with them. Exit into town. You would guess it's it's pushing towards midnight at this point. It's maybe 10 or 11 p.m.
Are there any obvious signages for inns or a tavern?
So,
Or perhaps guards?
to your surprise, there are a couple of people in the street. They're wearing sort of like leather ponchos and large hats that allow the rain to spill off them more easily in order to keep dry in this weather. They seem to be carrying buckets around, some of them covered, some of them not. Can't tell quite what's in them. And this city is mostly just wooded huts, some even with like thatched roofs. It all looks very rudimentary. It's very rural. There is smoke rising from a couple chimneys, but some huts even just have like a thatched cap on top that allows the smoke to escape out from underneath it as the hearth, presumably in the center of the room, attempting to heat the room, burns. So there are lights in most of the houses still. And there is one larger building that has a tiled roof and is much larger than all the rest. It's clearly demarked the rust bucket. And inside, lights are on. And from outside, you see actually what looks like some kind of congregation, probably of the townspeople, you assume. They seem to be discussing something.
Can we hear them?
You could roll perception if you're trying to like listen in from the outside.
Yeah, why not?
Look at those people with their funny outfits. I don't think I've seen any clothes like that
18.
before.
Yeah, you can hear them pretty decently. It's hard to understand, and they have like slight accents that are a little weird for you to pick up too. But you hear like petalor, blah blah blah, blah, wolves, blah blah blah, and we've got a couple missing, blah 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 blah. It's kind of all
These
you
people
get.
speak in a
Yeah.
lot of blahs.
They're very
Do I
blasé.
know, does Petalore mean anything to me?
Isn't
Roll
that where we are
history.
right now, Pedalor?
Petalor.
12.
Doesn't ring a single bell for you. No clue. It sounds maybe it's a regional thing. Maybe it's a name. Not sure.
Well, we're not going to discover any more standing out here. Might as well head in and see what all the fuss is about.
Alright. Does
Did you
everyone
ever
seem
get-
like on edge, or are they like okay?
Roll. God, what is that?
Insight. +8. This is a number.
21.
21.
Looking around the room, you see people sort of like clasping their shoulders a bit, some of them looking down. Some perhaps like have their brows furrowed and seem a bit angry. Occasionally they speak in raised tones. There's definitely some tension in the air.
Okay.
And they all seem to also be surrounding this larger, well, slightly larger than the rest human. He has sort of thinning gray hair, and from what you catch of his face through the tinted windows, his deep green eyes is fairly thin and gaunt. Most of the people in the room are wearing like suspenders and big leather boots, and sort of stained shirts, shirts stained with like mud. You heading inside?
Yeah, I guess so.
I am.
Yeah.
As you
Let's do this.
breach the door,
Weapons
a couple
drawn.
people turn to look at you. Hopefully not.
Well, breach the door. Yeah, I know.
You could breach the door casually. Not with like a battering ram, presumably. A couple people turn to look at you, and the discussion sort of comes to a halt as they do, and just this cascade of looks turns your way. There are many different people here. Racially, it's not super diverse. It's mostly human, but there are some dwarves and elves and half-elves and halflings and things like that. You don't notice anything super out of the ordinary, no genasi or tiefling or anything like that. Everyone just kind of turns and looks at you for the most part. The larger sort of man with thinning gray hair that everyone is congregating around steps forward to you. Welcome to Pybozero. We have not seen you before. Have you been here?
No, we haven't.
No, we're just traveling and trying to find an inn to sleep out through the storm.
Yes, it's the rainy season here. Have you have weapons with you?
Yes.
Are you mercenaries?
You could say that.
Yeah, of sorts.
To protect those who need it.
Everyone sort of is like looking around at each other, and there's another man sort of flanking this man. It's like, Petalor, we need them. Tell them what has happened. The older man's friend is right. We don't know what is happening here. Have a few missing villagers, and there are reports that the wolves in the area have become more aggressive. Should be no trouble for people like you.
How long has this been going on?
Sort of looks away as if he's like counting. We first went missing 5 days ago, very recently. But the wolves have been aggressive for only 3 or 4 days.
Don't forget we're on a time to trying to deliver these supplies quickly.
You have a
Maybe
delivery.
we can finish it while we do the hard job.
But you know, someone missing might feel like they're on a bit of a time crunch to be rescued as well.
We have plenty of wolves available to us. Maybe we can take care of this quickly. Our wolves versus these wolves.
Yeah, I was about to say, if it's something happening involving local wild animals, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure we can help. But we've been on the road all day. We need to get some rest.
You are studied in the wildlife.
I am, yes.
Man next to him just chimes up. It's Volniv's fault. He always feeds them. I swear. He brings the wolves into town. They will take our children next.
He's feeding them what? I mean, he
feeds them his meats, his scraps. He's the cook here. Whatever's left over, he feeds. It's not right. He lures them into town.
It would take more than that to... I mean...
Entice them
them coming into town to feed it all is surprising. Even if being lured in with the promise of meat, but them snatching villagers is that doesn't seem right. There's likely something else going on here.
The larger man, who you can safely assume is Petalor. Just calm down, Rolf. We don't know what is happening here. It could be that the wolves have gotten too comfortable in town. But don't know if that accounts for missing people. We should trust those who know about these matters to attend to them.
Has anyone actually seen the wolves attack anybody?
He looks over his shoulder a bit, and he looks towards this very tall female elf, very muscular build, blue eyes and brown hair, cut somewhat short, just shoulder length. Yes, I am a hunter, and on occasion, mostly fisher, but I have seen them in the forest. I've seen them coming closer to town, and Petalor's like, that's enough. He sort of waves off.
But have you seen them actually with any people? Have you seen any people getting taken, or are you just sort of assuming that they're connected?
When you ask that question, you see her sort of look nervously at Petalor, and he just kind of stares back at her. I haven't seen them with any people, no.
Do I feel like he's telling the truth?
She's telling the truth?
Insight
yeah.
checks.
Insight
Insight.
check, I guess.
We love to insight everyone.
Never trust anyone.
6 plus 8, I guess.
Plus 8? So 15?
15, yeah, 15.
She looked at Petalor. She seems to be taking some kind of cue from him. You're getting a pretty good read of the situation. It seems like maybe she's not just outright lying, but something is being concealed.
Mm-hmm. I mean, if we're going to be able to solve this, we need as much information as possible. Is there anything else you can tell us about what's been going on recently? Anything strange? Anybody strange? Any creatures unusual? Any more detail?
We haven't had any newcomers to town until you come. It has been a calm life for years. There is one who was bitten. Maybe you can look. He is getting sick. He will deny it. It's like,
Do you know
hey,
what?
Petalor, stop. I'm fine.
Bitten by what?
By one of the wolves.
Oh.
He has a fever and is tired. Petalor, I'm fine.
Can I turn to him to say, oh, and what's your name?
I'm Wes. My lovely lady. I am Wes. You see, this human male, he's got like slick black hair, sort of slicked to one side, and some sort of oil. It smells a bit fishy. He's got brown eyes, and he has this like vibrant, colorful jacket on, and like very sleek, clean white pants. Sort of puff out a bit.
Well, just upon like first inspection of him, do I see anything that kind of tips me off that he might be starting to feel a little unwell, like clammy skin, sweatiness,
Roll medicine.
maybe a little red?
Do you have any silver to use?
Plus 8, 27.
Even just like, so you walk over to him a little bit and look him over. He's very flush. You don't know what his skin tone is normally, but it's like pretty red.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to be sweating a bit. And he's like slurring his words very slightly, and he's clearly favoring one leg as well.
Well, good sir, not to be too invasive, but you mind if I take a look? I'm trained in medicine, and better safe than sorry in matters like this, I think.
Should we go to a private room? Want to get underneath my clothes?
Oh, well, I mean, I believe here would be fine.
The wound is here on my thighs. I would feel more comfortable if we go upstairs.
Well, where do you live? Or I assume you're from around here.
Yes, I live not far.
I mean,
far.
we're indoors now, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you can check him out here on the premises, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
Yes, check me out.
Does anyone know where the den is? Where the wolves live?
Pedalor sort of looks around. He looks back at the tall female elf. I have not found a den. Do not search. It be dangerous outside.
Be hard to stop the wolves if we don't know where they live.
I agreed.
Well, you can track them. Yes, you are mercenaries. You are studied.
This is true.
But aren't you guys more familiar with your own lands than we would be? I've never even heard of this town.
Well,
Pedalor is talking now. He's like, yes, we know our lands well, but we are a fishing village mostly. We know the lake. We do not know the forest that well. Only a few among us hunt.
Okay, well, let's... Nerida, why don't you check this wound out? Let's see what's up. Actually,
Right.
I'll join you, because maybe we can even... make sure this is actually a wolf bite.
Yeah, sounds good.
Are you two heading upstairs with him?
Yeah.
Okay. While that's
Also,
happening
this way Nerida doesn't have to be alone with him.
I'll say thank you under my breath. I was supposed to go upstairs.
Oh, the dark one comes too. Okay.
Yes.
I can work with this.
I'll just roll my eyes.
As you two are heading upstairs too, the rest of the congregation mostly sort of settles down. Some leave, some sit down at tables and start ordering drinks or small scraps of food. But Alik, there's a female dwarf among the congregation. She's very slender. She has blonde hair, which is kept meticulously clean. It's like perfectly clean. She has sort of fairish skin, small features, and just is really beautiful. As she comes right up to you, are you really adventurous?
Of course. Adventurers and protectors.
Perhaps you could protect me for tonight. I am frightened of these wolves.
This tavern seems quite safe. I think you'll be fine.
I would feel much safer with you. Besides, you have offered to do a great service for my town. And we should repay you however we can.
Oh, payment is not necessary, although it is always appreciated for the Temple of Helm.
Well,
What is your name, young dwarfess? Dwarfess?
I'm so sorry.
Dwarf lady?
My name is Emma Guyona.
I pause for a second. Harbequeer Tomitalik.
It's a
You can
fancy
call me
name.
Alec.
Much easier. Well, Alik, I believe we could get a room here, if you would like.
I think
Can
me
show
and
you
my
some of
friends
our
actually have our
hospitality.
arrangements already sorted out. But thank you. I prefer my own bed anyways. It's beds are not generally roomy enough for 2 people. I've noticed.
Oh, yes, this is true. But I think we could make it work.
Does
You know
anyone
what I
overhear
mean.
this conversation or no?
Just doing it right out in front of everybody. So anyone who wants to listen in is listening.
Anyone who's not oblivious want to chime in here?
We're not there, right?
I was gonna say, sorry, Nerida and I are gone.
Yeah.
I
I
sort
think
of
At this
want
point,
to
she's
just
she's
see
like
what
letting
happens.
you, deal with it.
I see her being difficult. So she sort of grabs your arm. She's like, come with me. I'll take care of you. Starts leading you upstairs, unless you resist.
Very aggressive town
Yeah.
that we've stumbled across here.
Can I insight check this?
Sure.
I'm gonna insight check the weirdly.
What are
horny
you
dwarf lady.
trying to figure out?
I'm trying to figure out if she's really just like that. Like maybe she's lonely and hasn't seen a dwarf in a long time, or if she's got ulterior motives.
There are other dwarves around.
She's really horny or
7
just
plus
desperate.
6, 13.
Yeah.
There are certainly other dwarves around she could have picked from, so if it's a racial thing, it's like not that. She seems genuinely interested in you. You think maybe like, I don't know, this is kind of like a podunk town. You know, you're probably pretty exotic to her.
I'm gonna look over at Lost and just be like, shrug.
Lost already left. Lost is
Yeah.
upstairs.
Who's there? Who's there right now?
It's
You
like
got
anybody. Save me.
You got Chance, Welgwyn, and Cora.
Okay, I'm gonna look at Chance and be like, what?
Just staring back, wide-eyed, jaw kind of open, like I'm seeing it too.
Maybe in a little bit. We've got
Come.
to
It
get
is
our
a soft
affairs.
bed. Let's go.
We've got to get our affairs in order. But
Alec, you
I'm
shouldn't
flattered.
be rude to such a lovely lady.
Cora, honey, that's not. It's. I don't know that you are fully. Has anyone ever talked to you about like the birds and the bees?
I mean, yes, I hunt them. And the bees make wonderful honey. What do you mean?
Yeah, what's special about birds and bees?
Oh my god. Okay. You know, we'll revisit this conversation later. How old are you, Cora?
I'm almost an adult, but unfortunately, my family died young, so perhaps my education was lacking.
Right. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, I am way too tired to have this conversation with a teenager, so, I'm just gonna let Alik handle this. Just see what he comes up with here.
I want to whisper to Alik, just say something about your religion. You took like some sacred oath.
I've devoted myself wholly to Helm. I am sorry.
Oh, you can teach me to worship.
Good lord.
Oh, I would gladly do that.
Worship
Do you have a
your Helm.
temple around here, or maybe
Yes,
a
there's
nice,
a private place we can go. Come on.
Well,
You have a temple around here. This is such a leading conversation.
it's a bit late in the
we will
evening
make
to,
our own
to
temple.
begin lessons. I'll have to write up some scripture for you to study. You know, perhaps we can meet here in the morning and we will go over the curriculum.
I don't think the curriculum I'm thinking of needs much preparation.
I'm gonna whip out my deck of cards and just go. So, do you guys want to play a game?
Oh, cards! Yes, Helm loves cards.
She frowns at you, like, noticeably. Starts pulling on Alik's arm. Come on, this will be much more fun than a silly card game.
You know, could you go and get me a ham shank, please?
Don't think we have any ham in the tavern.
Perhaps your largest fish?
Okay. Well, if you change your mind, make sure to talk to Vadim. He's the waiter here. He will tell you how to get in touch with me.
Oh, she's a prostitute. I get it now.
I mean, there's been no suggestion that she's a prostitute.
She just said she was. She said, if you need to get in touch with me, go talk to my pimp. I mean, in as many words.
Her friend and coworker.
Sorry, you're right. Manager. Not necessarily pimp.
No.
You don't know what the split is. Maybe she's getting 60-40.
I mean, would that still make
Protection.
him, what's the distinction between a pimp and like a brothel manager?
One has a
Owning the
house.
brothel, I guess?
Yeah, I think it's having a house.
Yeah, okay.
The madam. Is there a performance space in the bar?
Sure. There are a couple of people up there, 2 or 3, just playing basic instruments.
So, as always, I want to perform.
Okay. Go ahead and roll
Without my
performance, and then we'll handle
what's
the
on?
medical examination.
Would someone roll for me?
Oh, wait. I also want to, once again, hype man Cora the entire time.
All
while
right.
perform-
Roll performance.
Let's see. I'll roll for both of us. So that's Cora. You got a 13. And
What's
then
your
me.
performance bonus?
Nothing. Not my worst performance, but
Yeah, that's pretty good.
And then, wow, that's a 23. 16 plus 7.
So, Cora, you're playing the lute. What are you playing? Heroes of
our
Moontide?
heroics, our heroic songs.
Just gonna
So
all the hits.
all the hits,
So-
Heroes of Moontip and Heroes of Brimshire, and it was the Moontip Adventure songs.
Okay.
Yeah, we were at Moon's Tip.
Pull out your lute.
We
and
saved
are
that
playing.
city. We can save your city too.
Heroes of Moontip.
Everyone seems pretty impressed, but mostly with Chance, who seems to be like regaling the crowd with stories of at least Brimshire. He's not that familiar with the Moontip adventure because he wasn't there. But he's
Yeah,
sort of like filling in details and talking about how great Cora is and how great you all are. Pretty into it. So during this time, Lost and Nerida are heading upstairs with Wes.
All right.
Hello there. He sort of sits down on the bed and... How would you like to examine me?
Where is your bite?
It's here, as I say, on my thigh. Does he have to be here?
Yes.
He like pulls down his pants. He's clearly wearing just like a cloth thong underneath.
Great.
So he pulls down his pants down to the knee, and you see sort of bloody bandages over his leg on his right inner thigh.
Oh, great. Okay, well, I'll take one for the team, and I was like, I need to remove these bandages so we can get a better look.
I need a softer touch, please.
You're not going to get
Just-
a softer touch than mine.
Gesturing towards Nerida. Okay.
I stand there unflinching, staring at them.
He moves his
Arms
leg
crossed.
like further away from his body and places his hand sort of precariously near his crotch.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we're medical professionals. We've seen it all.
Yes.
This is pretty clinical for us.
Roll persuasion. Actually, roll deception. That's a lie.
I don't know what either. What is it governed by? It's
Charisma.
been-
It is a charisma. Yeah, charisma stat.
Then it's gonna be a -1 of whatever that was.
I can just add in trust me and then do
It
my
says
own
it's-
roll.
Yeah, -1.
Are you proficient in deception?
I'm not.
No,
But
you can't.
I do have a better charisma bonus than Nerida does.
Oh, you can't help.
I know.
12.
12. It's like, yes. Oh, okay. What are you doing, Lost?
I'm going to carefully remove the bloody bandages from this gentleman's inner thigh.
Okay, they're just sort of like pinned with a needle and wrapped around his thigh. And
Okay.
Ravel them with both hands. It sort of takes some time and effort. I'll say you can remove them without a roll. Doesn't really matter. So once you undo the final layer of this cloth bandage, there is sort of like, there are definitely teeth marks in the leg. It doesn't seem to be bleeding anymore. But without like a thorough medical inspection, you can't tell much
Well, I
more.
assume we both want to try to see if we can figure out what creature it was, and then see if we can tell if it's like infected or unusual in any way.
Yeah. I'm just trying to identify the bite. I assume
Yeah, I
Nerida
have
is a little bit more
+8.
proficient in medicine than I am.
I have +8 for medicine and survival, which I think might be what we're looking for both of those. But Lost can help me, right?
Yeah, I was thinking
Are you
nature
proficient in
for
medicine?
identifying the bite.
Oh.
I can help with survival though. So if we want to do survival for the bite, I'm not
I'll allow
proficient
nature.
in medicine.
I'll allow nature to try to identify the creature that may have caused that bite.
Okay. I'm assuming that you're a little better, but I am also proficient, so I'm +2 for nature only.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'll assist you.
But you
in
can roll
trying to-
medicine for.
Okay.
But you're proficient in nature with a +2.
Yeah. Yeah. Because it's intelligence for some reason,
Yep. Oh, shit, what the hell?
which always bothers me.
So that's a 20, not a nat, but a 20 for
Right.
nature for me.
Yeah, you
By
would
nature.
guess, you examine it somewhat carefully while he sort of winces. It's like this like demon man's head is right near my crotch. You examine it pretty thoroughly, you pull at it a bit, and as you do, he winces. You would guess it's from a dog or perhaps like a large fox, small bear, or a wolf.
Yeah. Okay, that's what I figured. Yeah, this is a pretty small bite to have come from a wolf. But Nerida, maybe you should check it out.
Yeah. Can I tell like anything unusual about the wound? If it's making him sick or seems
Roll medicine.
Infected.
infected or something weird.
Sadly, I am not proficient in medicine, so I cannot help.
+8 to 18.
26. Inspecting the wound, it is noticeably, incredibly swollen. Is very red. It looks extremely inflamed. And looking him over again, you notice that he is sweating quite a lot. He has even a bit of like a tremor in his hands. And he's started like very vaguely slurring his speech slightly. And you occasionally see his eyes just kind of wander about the room as if he's not looking at anyone at all. He's perhaps a bit delirious. He tries
Based
to
on-
wipe away his sweat and stuff.
Yeah. Based on, what I see in the bite and what I see in his symptoms and behavior, do I have any idea what could be wrong with him? Like any kind of diagnosis?
So the wound is not green. So you're almost certain this isn't like a basic bacterial infection of some kind. Doesn't appear to be magical. You didn't exactly check for magic or didn't think about
Yeah.
magic things that might have caused this, but you're like, this is some like deeper infection probably that spread if it's affecting him systemically like that.
Do I have any idea of how I would treat this with my medicine knowledge?
because it's very likely to have already spread to all of him, you think that, like, let's see, you know of like a potion you could concoct that would probably help with something like this, but you're very unlikely to like find the ingredients out here and probably in enough time to actually create it to save this guy. And you think that he probably will die within the next like 5 to 10 days if he's not treated properly. But as use magic, you can always use restoration. It
That's
may take a
true.
few days worth of restoration to actually sort of purge this from him, but restoration would do it. Lesser restoration. Greater
Well,
restoration would probably do it in one go. It may
Yeah.
it's a little bit of
But
treatment.
I'm pretty sure that's beyond my spell levels to know.
Lesser restoration?
No, I have lesser restoration. That's level
Oh,
2,
yeah.
but greater restoration is not level 4. It's higher. But I will cast lesser restoration on him.
Okay, you're just gonna cast it?
Yeah.
He's like, whoa. Okay. Casting this spell.
Yeah. Don't worry. So you haven't been to the doctor for this?
So it only takes 6 seconds to cast.
Yeah. It's
Doctor, we have a medic. He spreads herbs on it. He doesn't do much. Bandage. I'm fine, though.
Can I tell if he's improving at all after casting that?
So upon casting the spell, you reach out to Umberly. You have to strain a bit again to reach out to her, but it's not as bad as it was before, seemingly.
Mm-hmm.
You're noticing a slightly easier than it was the last day or two when you were in Tip and in the mountains.
Mm-hmm. Is the wound still like open and bleeding as well?
It's not bleeding.
But it's like not healed.
It's like heavily scabbed over, and it looks like there are stitches in a couple of places that some rudimentarily trained medic probably put into him, just sewn with some basic thread.
All right, but like with my medical knowledge, like a level 1 cure wounds, like just heal it the rest of the way.
Yeah, perhaps. It probably won't reduce the inflammation, but it may like remove his pain, basically.
And just like
Repair
stop
the
it from
flesh a bit.
more dirt in
Yeah.
it and stuff. All right, I'll do that, and then take his stitches out or whatever.
See, I like her. She is very helpful. I don't know what Horny Man is doing here.
Well, not to frighten you, but I know you say you're okay, but this wound is actually pretty severe, and based on your symptoms, this infection is pretty far along. I've done what I can with magic and healing, but definitely take care of yourself and get this seen to.
Yeah. How many days ago did this bite happen?
I got this bite, it's fairly recent. 3 days ago?
Okay.
So you're not staying at this hotel, right?
Oh, no, I live in town.
Yeah.
I have a house.
Well,
Which I can show you if you would like.
That's alright, but will you come by tomorrow morning and I will
Wait, the cook.
try to cure you again. But if you can, if there's only one medic in this town, it might be worth going to another town, having somebody help you get there. Can you afford passage to a town with more medical facilities?
Well, what do I need that for? You are here to treat me.
I won't be here for as many days as it takes to heal this. I could maybe stop by again after we've done our delivery, but I'm honestly worried for your life if you don't get this treated properly and soon.
See, she is concerned. What are you doing here? He's pointing
You
to the
help
lost.
me. Help me diagnose it.
Yeah, and also I'm trying to figure out what's attacking this town. Because that, my friend, is not a wolf bite.
Does appear to be a wolf bite.
He's very familiar with both natural and unnatural creatures. Did the wolf that bit you, did you notice anything about it that was strange? Coloring, glowing eyes, did it look diseased? Large, small?
Stumbled a bit. Sort of. I went up to it to see if anything was wrong. I stumbled, it drool. It just bite.
And where did this attack happen?
Just on the edge of town. I take walks.
Okay.
On
What
the
direction
west.
outside of town?
The
West?
The west. To the west.
Okay. Yeah.
I know you haven't seen any other wolves acting like that since.
I don't see many wolves. They don't usually come close to town.
Have you heard of anybody else in town being bitten?
No, but some are missing. We do
Mhm.
not know what happened.
Well, just looking at him, like, does he seem like he's as close to death as he was before? Like, is he gonna...
The
he have-
swelling
yeah.
seems to have receded a bit, and he's not sweating quite as much as before. But if you sort of like put your hand to his forehead, he clearly has a fever.
hmm Do I feel like an overnight sleep is gonna be okay?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Again, before you would have guessed he had like 5 or 10 days to live. Now you're like,
Okay.
you've pushed it back, another 5 or 10 days probably, but eventually overtake him. Most
Yeah.
likely.
Alright, well, I think we've done all we can for now, but definitely come by first thing tomorrow morning and I will heal you again.
Oh, of course. Pulls his pants back up and look forward to seeing you again.
I'll nod a tiny bit and just leave.
Perhaps I could take more off next time.
I'm just walking.
He's like yelling at you out the door. Okay, so heading back down into the main area of the tavern, you see Cora and Chance performing on stage. See Alec sort of just like awkwardly sitting in front of a plate with an enormous cod on it. Like it goes outside the plate. Yeah. I assume everyone eventually comes and sits at the same table.
Yeah. And I'll tell them about his symptoms and the bite and
Alec
How?
not looking happy that it's cod and not ham. Sorry.
that's okay. I think there might be a real problem with these. At least sick, if not some kind of magical problem, these wolves.
Yeah, this
After-
yeah.
After a short time, man comes up to you wearing sort of like a leather apron around his waist and holding like a small pad of paper and a quill. He's got sort of black hair, blue eyes, short black hair, and a very sort of slender face. Welcome to our establishment. We do not get too many outsiders here. How can I assist you tonight? We've got lovely rock from the lake, walleye, trout. We've got a trout and spice pie. We've got fried catfish over pellet, which if you haven't had before, I think it may be a local thing. Lovely. Hen's egg scramble, borscht of cod, springtime salmon, asparagus and capers, and a bevy of drinks. Would you like to order anything?
Yeah, after that, I'll take the strongest thing you got, drink-wise.
We've got, it is not to everyone's taste. We have a couple of interesting things. The strongest would be Grimley's Swill. Don't let the name put you off. It is a drink of mixed fruit, fermented outdoors. It's very strong.
Sure. Set me up with some of that.
Call it swill because it is sort of... It was originally created to like whatever was left over and put it outside. It's been refined since then. I'll bring it. Would you like food as well?
I would like that salmon, and I would like a very, very, very big glass of wine, because I think I'm going to have to teach my friend where halflings come from.
Other halflings? What do you mean? They all live together. I don't see
Just
the
the
problem
biggest thing that you have of wine.
No,
I have...
Oh, people just come.
Ooh, phrasing.
Whoops!
Part of what I'm going to have to talk about.
But they just appear. Sometimes people just appear.
Well, yeah.
I have
sometimes they do
something-
disappear or appear. It's magic. That's part of the
Very
world we live in.
interesting that
Guys.
you may like to try. It is a bit of a local delicacy. It's not to everyone's taste. May be a bit of an acquired taste. It's called mushcap. It's mashed and fermented mushrooms. Very sweet.
Yes.
But very earthy. Yes, so... Yes.
I will love some of that.
Tiefling
I also
wants-
enjoy sweet drinks and perhaps the local specialty, the trout over pellet, you said?
The catfish. Fried catfish. Over pellet.
Always interested in new cuisines. Yes, let's try it.
Would you like anything to eat? Gestures to you, Logwin. Oh, you wanted
yeah.
the salmon, right?
The spring.
So sorry. Of course. All right. Be back with your orders. It's off into the kitchen.
So I still don't understand. What do you mean where halflings come from? They're raised by their families from halfling towns.
Yeah. You know what? Later when we're all resting, how about you and I take watch together, and we'll just have a girl halfling talk. Later, not at the dinner table, in front of all of our friends. We'll
Girl
just have
talk?
some-
I haven't had much opportunity for that. I haven't had many close female friends. That sounds exciting.
Fantastic. It'll be so nice and fun for all of us.
Oh, good.
So after a bit of time, he comes back out holding several plates and a couple, like a platter of glasses of different colored drinks and serves them all to you. Ah, yes, here you all are. And my name is Vadim. If you need any help, make sure to call for me. Please,
Vadim.
especially newcomers to Pybozero.
Are you the cook they were referring to when they said someone was feeding these animals outside?
Oh no, that's my cook Volniv. He does feed the animals. I don't know if he feeds wolves. It's a strange accusation, but in fearful times, people say fearful things, you know. Don't
Of
believe
course,
he's
if
responsible
he
for this.
has an opportunity, we would love to discuss the situation with him.
He's winding down. I will ask him if he can come out after dinner service. Anything else?
Do you happen to know the name of the? There was I think she was an elf, a tall elf woman earlier who said that she was a hunter and sometimes a fisher, or a fisher and sometimes a hunter. Do you happen to know what her name is?
Oh, who has seen the wolves standing?
Yeah.
Yes, Annika. Annika Tal.
Do you know where we could maybe find her tomorrow? I just had a couple more questions that we wanted to talk with her about.
She sometimes comes here for breakfast. Perhaps you can... I can tell you where her house is if you need to talk to her.
Will you be here tomorrow as well? Maybe we'll run into her, but maybe we'll need to go.
Yes, I
look for her or
usually
something?
don't do the morning service, but
Okay, what part
If
of
you
town
like.
does she live in?
he sort of like explains to you where her house is in town. You don't have to argue.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Ah, yes, is there anything else I can do for you?
That should be all. Thank you very much.
Let me know, again, if there's anything else you need. Let's back off into the kitchen.
I want to reach out to the fish in front of the leak, take a chunk out. Just want to... She brought you the biggest fish.
I slapped his hand when he tried to grab my fish.
I thought you only ate ham shanks.
Make do.
Just pretend.
I don't know, Leak. You trying to not go after your one opportunity here, man? That lady really seemed like she wanted to be your friend.
I do fine with the ladies.
So,
Honestly, I'm a little offended that no one has aggressively hit on me in this town so far.
Well then.
give it time.
Why do you want to be hit on? Isn't hitting bad?
Oh my god.
Well, Gwen, it sounds like you guys got a lot to cover.
Oh, don't we ever.
Okay, cattail. So, how do you guys want to handle this? I know we got to get these supplies out to the wall, but these people seem so dumb.
Yeah.
And we probably should help them.
I think that Annika knows something other than what she was able to tell us. I think that we should try to talk to her on her own without Betel or around.
Also-
Yeah, I
He was
mean,
keeping her
something's
occupied.
definitely
What time
off.
is it right now?
Midnight.
Yeah, it's like midnight.
So maybe we should do this in the morning?
Yeah, sounds
Yeah,
good.
I mean, I figured we'd eat and call it a night.
Talk to the cook.
That's true. We could talk to the cook, but nevertheless.
We've done a lot of talking today, and riding, and being in the rain.
Lost was a horse for most of today. I feel like that has to tire you out.
Yeah.
You all are also like sopping wet from having come through the rain to get here, like muddied a bit. After your meal is finished, Vadim comes back out and sort of collects your plate. Yes, Volnev has agreed to talk to you. He'll be out momentarily. Thank you so much for waiting.
Thank you.
I'll send him. After another minute or so, a very sort of plump male dwarf with a big white apron stained heavily in like grays and reds, which you can only assume is like fish guts and spice. He's got short brown hair and a short, like trim beard that still manages to rest on his plump chest. Comes out. Yes, I've been told you wanted to talk to me.
Yes, well, first off, this fried catfish. I've never had such a thing, but it was delicious. Thank you so much.
Ah, yes. Thank you. I developed it myself. Did you like the pellet?
Yes. What is pellet?
Pellet is, I think it is local. It is short grain, sort of wheat. It's a very short grain plant. It's easy to grow here because we don't get a whole lot of light from the outside. There's many trees around. But it's very sweet. You probably noticed. It's sweeter than wheat.
Indeed, I do. I love the sweet taste of this and the, what was this, mushcap wine? Both are absolutely my favorite.
Ah, you like the mushcap. Not everyone likes. It's very, very strong.
Oh, all I noticed was the flavor. It seems to be intoxicating.
Yes,
Yeah.
in more ways than one. Sort of like wipes his jaw a bit as he says that.
So, are you related to the other fellow, Pybolo, or whatever his name was?
I
The
don't
one with
know
the
who you're
bite.
talking about.
The fellow with the who was bitten. He was
Oh,
in the
Wes!
tavern.
That guy wasn't a dwarf, Alec.
Oh, they got the same accent. Are you from the same place?
We are all from here. Most of us live in Pybozero our whole lives.
So this is the accent here, then, I guess.
Don't know
I-
what accent. You people talk weird, but I don't
You're
know
only-
what you're talking about.
You're only 40 miles away from Moontip. How is it that you have this accent?
40 miles is very far, my friend. Cannot
They-
get
they-
far.
They said they didn't go that far. Yeah, they're real like agoraphobic people. It seems.
Is this what like a hick accent is in this land?
It's
At
like
least this part of it.
He's just like scratching his head. Did you have other questions for me? I don't know what this man is talking about.
Yeah, pay him no mind. He's, I don't know.
He didn't want any friends, and now he's eating fish. Something's strange with Alec. I don't understand.
But we heard that you were feeding the wolves or feeding animals as well here. Has that been true? Are you?
Some say my heart is too big. I have leftovers at the end of the day. I put them outside. Animals eat them.
And other parts of you.
Have you noticed any of the animals acting strange or looking unwell?
No. Everything is normal, other than people missing.
Do I believe him?
Roll insight.
Uh, 12.
Don't detect any deception. It's straightforward. Oh,
Has there been
animals-
more animals coming out at night when you've been feeding them recently? Has there been less? There's been a lot of disturbances. We've heard about this, and leaving food out there. It's kind of, other than a little strange. Have you noticed anything weird going on with
Yeah,
it?
well, what kind of
Everyone's
animals?
saying that the wolves aren't very nice anymore.
Uh-oh.
Well, your job just
I-
got easier. Welcome.
I have not noticed anything. Everything is normal to me. Same number of animals, same type. They-
What types of
behavior.
animals?
I get deer, fox, sometimes.
Sorry,
wild
it
dog.
sounded like deer fox.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Okay.
Bears usually don't come. The town is too frightening for them.
Yeah.
But very rarely I get the smaller bear.
Are bears very common in Russia? I mean, in Pybozero?
There are bears all over the woods. I hear.
Do they not scare off the wolves? Or do the wolves scare off the bears?
He didn't mention any wolves.
I
We've got
don't
wild
know.
dogs and foxes, which is pretty much what I was assuming.
I don't know.
You're so
Cook.
good with animals, Rost.
I'm just gonna try to reach over and remove the mush cap cup away from Cora.
It's
The mush cap
mine.
for those who are
What?
drinking it, the mush cap is very sweet and extremely earthy at the same time. It's kind of a bizarre clash of flavors. It takes a little bit to get used to. At first, it's almost like grappa for anyone who's had grappa. It's like that, like intense of flavor.
Cool.
But it's only about similar to wine in terms of proof. It's like 20 proof or so.
Although we've kind of established Cora as a lightweight since she doesn't really
Sure.
drink anywhere.
Just want to swish my glass gun.
This one's mine, Welgwyn. You have yours.
Here, I'm just gonna give you just this water. You just drink some of this water, and then maybe later you can have a little more of the mush cap.
But I haven't finished my glass.
You're gonna tomorrow morning might be difficult for you if you don't drink some water. It'll make you dehydrated, and then you'll have a headache in the morning.
I've never gotten headaches from drinking.
So, I've got to clean up the kitchen.
Yeah, no, thank you very much. No, we appreciate you answering our questions.
Do you think I'm doing the wrong thing feeding the animals?
I mean,
because I will stop if it is causing a problem.
No, I think at this point in time they're probably expecting it. So you keep doing what you're doing. We'll
Little bad to the ecosystem.
Yeah, we'll help figure out what's going wrong here.
Okay.
It's okay. You and the animals are friends, just like Rost.
Yeah.
I don't know why Rolf, he doesn't like me, I think. Anyway, I will go back to the kitchen.
Yeah, thanks.
It was nice meeting you.
Let's enjoy the mush cap.
Thank you. I will.
Back to the kitchen.
Rost
you wanna do?
and Chance, can you do anything tricks with your tails?
I think we
Never
should all
had
go
a
to
tail
bed
before.
soon.
Or I told you before, don't
Have one. I think it would
Laura.
be fun to have a tail.
He asked you to stop. Now it's harassment.
Our fantasy land has harassment.
I mean,
I just got
Apparently
me,
not.
dude.
Apparently, dwarven barmaids don't care about harassment, though.
So yeah. Okay, fine.
Vadim comes back up to the table. Oh, I see you are finished. You need lodging for the night, yes? We're the only tavern and inn in town. You like to stay? You can have rooms arranged.
Well, like you heard, we're heroes and adventurers, and we're gonna help your town. So
heard your
you
song.
should
Pay
help us.
pay her no mind. The mush cap has hit her a little hard.
Ah, yes. It does that.
But yes,
just want to mage hand Cora's mouth shut.
yeah, we will need rooms tonight.
I'll have it arranged. And he sort of leans over to Alec. He's like, will you be expecting a visitor?
No, I think we're going to be sharing a room, so it'd be a little awkward with visitors.
You know,
Maybe a little
private room for you and Emma.
room with you.
She let me
No.
know she's very interested in you.
I am flattered, but I think we can wait to teach her about Helm till the morning.
You say so. All right.
Lord.
It's getting pretty late, so I will go and make sure the rooms are all properly. And his sentence is just cut off by this piercing scream in the background. The minstrels all stop. Everyone who's left in the tavern, there are only like 2 or 3 people left, including Emma, kind of like look up and look to the door. As this shrill, horrible noise rings out just over the rain. That's where we'll take our break.
Oh no!
Oh man.
I'm being attacked. Anyways, oh god.
What is this weirdly sexy town?
All right, 10-minute break. We'll be back at 6:48 p.m. See you in a bit.
Stay horny.
And we're back. So when we left for a break, the party's casual conversation with the innkeeper Vadim had been interrupted by a horrific scream from outside.
Come
What are
on,
you guys
guys.
doing?
We gotta go figure out what it is.
Yep.
The sooner we get out of here, the sooner we can just send that supplies. Grab my weapon and just start running toward the door.
Well, look at that.
Was that
Actually, is a hero.
Was that Sean Connery in a bottle that you drank?
I mean, at the very least, we should go make sure she doesn't hurt herself, right?
Yeah.
Gotta follow
and
her.
also, I mean, we decided we were going to try to help out. So, yeah.
Also,
Alright.
you'll have to tell me about this hero, Sean Connery, some other time.
Great legend, Sean
I
Connery.
like that you're assuming that he's a hero.
The great heroes, Tomahawk Jones, Sean Connery,
It's like the
And
Expendables 3.
Jeff Alexson.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
know, I had this weird dream about this guy named He Attack.
Him too. Yes. One of the most legendary heroes. He was known for attacking.
Mostly.
Okay.
Drinking the blood from the enemies of his skull, or the skulls of his enemies.
So as you charge outside, the rain is just pouring down. The streets are sloppy, muddy mess. And there's sort of a woman nearby who's sort of like clutching her chest and looking around frantically. And you see a couple people are sort of like opening their doors and sort of peering out after her. She looks around for a bit and then her gaze sort of falls on you. You recognize her. You know, she was in the tavern earlier during the meeting. It's a wolf. Wolf. It ran that way. She points.
Did I see the
off.
wolf?
Are you okay?
Roll perception.
Oh,
Roll that for me.
It had something in its
10.
mouth.
Do not see the wolf, probably.
It is dark and raining, and you cannot
Do I see any, like, tracks?
Well, that's actually what I was getting ready to. Because
Can Last help me? But Last,
I've
do you
got-
see any tracks? And we're looking together.
dark vision
For
and survival, good survival stats.
Well, maybe you do it then. I'll help you.
You
Anyways,
could assist on a perception roll. Although,
but yeah,
I don't
no,
think I'm
I
doing
actually,
anything sensical.
I want to see if I can locate any tracks near where she said she saw it.
roll survival.
I'm helping you.
Oh, you're helping.
Yeah.
What the hell does that dice went really high?
Are you okay?
That's a little bit better.
Did it attack you?
That's 17.
So, in the mud and the dark, it is a bit difficult. But so it takes you a couple of minutes of fishing around while the woman just kind of clutches her chest while you're doing it. After like she's sort of waiting for you to finish.
Well, I'm
After-
talking to her.
Okay. So it takes about 3 to 5 minutes for you to like pick apart the tracks in the rain, and you think you found what are probably wolf or dog tracks.
Okay. Well, I'll announce to the group. I think I found some tracks, and yeah, I guess I'm gonna follow.
Now that we've found them, I'll turn to her and go, are you hurt?
No. I saw it. It had something. I think it was a child. How
Alright,
it
well-
got it, I don't know.
Get inside and stay safe.
Oh, as if she suddenly remembered like where and who she is. Yes. She just sort of like runs off.
Nobody wants to insight check that.
No, I think it's fine.
Yeah.
She wasn't under any spells. Nope, everything's fine. Okay.
And yeah,
So
I'm
I'm
follow
running
the
off
tracks.
toward the tracks that you pointed out toward us, baby. Oh, sorry. There's a child at risk. I don't want to see anyone hurt. I have to go.
Cora, stay with us. Stay with us, please. We're in a
Use
strange.
caution. We don't know what this creature is, but we can follow these tracks.
We got safety in numbers.
I kind of slow down, but okay. But come on, we've got to go. It's getting away.
Stay 25 feet within us. Calm it down.
Oh, baby. Oh.
Now, I mean,
That's pretty far in. That's probably further in than is comfortable. So, with that survival roll, you can, without too much difficulty, track the tracks. They do lead. They sort of like. They're not meandering. They're very directed. They lead straight out of town. Mostly to the west, although your sense of direction is a little disoriented, but I think it's probably to the west.
Okay, well.
As you head through the streets, people have their doors open. They're kind of like watching you and seeing what's happening. No one dares to actually come outside. They're either just peering through windows or opening doors.
Hello, we're hunting wolves to save the baby.
Oh, all right. Then.
Yeah.
sorry about this. Bye. Cora, you have got to shut up.
But it's true.
No. We're sharing
What's
strangers.
the problem?
This is. Remember when I was telling you about how to lie a little bit? Just a little bit? So it's like not a
Good
problem.
at lying.
Yeah. So you got to do it a little bit right now and not tell everybody what we're doing.
Oh,
I mean, let's
but
just.
it's their town.
Yeah, but they're trying to sleep. Let's just let them sleep, and we'll go and handle this, and then we'll have good news for them in the morning.
Yeah, and also, everybody, we should. I mean, I know we're still in town, but once we get out of town, we should probably keep it down. Remember, we're trying to track animals.
Animals. I like animals.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. I love it that the ranger is the one who's the drunkest of the lot of us. And then I'm going
Do we
to
still have
continue
that
to
bag of
follow.
devouring?
No, we sold
that.
it.
I got
all.
these off
Great.
my list.
Yeah.
I missed that bag already.
Okay, so
No way to talk
Think
about your
I'm
mother.
insulted.
Yeah,
I might think
I
you're
don't.
insulted. Roll to see if you think you're insulted. Anyway, you can. So, yeah, you track the wolf tracks out of town and into the woods. The woods aren't super dense; they're sparse enough, and with the storm overhead, the grass underfoot is slowly giving way to mud very slightly. And still, you're sort of right on this wolf's heels, it seems, and you're not having too much trouble with it. It is dark, though. Roll perception lost.
That's a 19.
I think you see some figures sort of congregating up ahead of you, maybe 60 to 100 feet. Fairly close, but again, it's dark, so...
Okay.
Oh, you guys are gonna hate me for this, but I can help with this too. And I start
No.
in town. But,
Cora, what are you
but
doing?
I can do spells, dark vision, spells.
Yeah, no.
Cora, we have to be so quiet right now.
You hear, "Oh!" and it's joined by just this chorus of howls from the area in front of you, and that is where we will roll initiative.
Great.
All right.
Oh boy.
Now, it is dark. Moon is maybe half full, but behind the clouds, it's virtually unseen.
I got dark vision.
To do a couple things here. This is gonna screw up where the hands are. Fortunately, but I'll fix it. So it's back.
So did I get dark vision before combat started, or I was
I
interrupted?
think your friends stopped you, actually.
Okay.
Tried. What's this? Thomas. I have to figure out a way to fix this non-manually. Oh.
How did that get out there?
How did what get out where?
Merrick's Crusher, how did it get out there?
It probably like snapped into your hand when I moved the hand. This is the one thing that like really bothers me about TTS. Is that anytime you load a new table, it automatically resets all the hands. So I'm sure I can fix it, but I just need to actually do it.
And we have music playing, right? As our DM
Okay.
works on some technical
We're good.
things. Okay.
Believe we're good. They do seem to have spotted you. Initiative. Also, in case people forgot, because he's been real quiet, Roy is with you.
I have not forgotten.
Sneaky snack Roy. All right.
Like people can't load.
Whoop, there you go.
Oh. Okay. So, let's see. What are you? Oh, they're like goblins or something. Or is kind of like out in front with Lost. Who's like desperately muzzling her.
By floating above her.
Yep.
Intimidatingly.
Oh, get off the keyboard, cat.
Ah. You're here. You're in the tower in front of her. I guess these hills don't work that well. Okay. Top of the round. So,
I'm doing a little washing. Is it me?
Nah, chances first.
This is
Or the
before
wolves.
you as well.
Okay, so there's 5 of those annoying boys. Great.
Oh.
Alright. I mean,
On a tree.
are we gonna do the wolves as individuals or as like a group? Sorry.
They're a group.
A group? Okay.
For the moment. All these trees are not very cooperative.
Alright. Shit. I'm gonna move up a little bit.
The wolves all sort of just come charging at once.
As they're approaching, can I use slow on all of them? Or are they too wide? It's 40 cube.
So a 40-foot cube means 40 feet on a side. Will you be able to hit them all?
No, it's like
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You'll have to miss one on either side.
okay, so only 3 of them.
4 of them. There are 5 of them.
Okay. Then I want to hit these 4 with slow.
All right.
Hey, you.
Hand motion, you squeeze a drop of molasses from the tiniest little like water skin, say the magic words, and grab the drop of molasses as it drops, shatters in your hand into a flurry of sort of arcane energy. It swirls up and engulfs the wolves. Wiz saving throw at 15 DC.
I'm gonna put
Yes,
myself
15.
in the battle.
We're going left to right from my perspective. So 1, 2, 3.
No, Nerida, you don't get to fight.
Aww, but it's storming finally.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I think Narada generally doesn't get to fight, so that's fair.
Aw.
And your initiative wasn't horrible.
You die 1,000,000 times for one fight.
Okay, let's see there. It was 15, so fail,
Yeah.
fail, success, fail.
Yes.
Most of the wolves feel quite slow as a strange lethargy seems to overtake them. Their muscles, they seem to sort of like run a bit more slowly. Even the drool from their lips drops slightly more slow. The arcane energy overtakes them. Did you want to
I can
move?
see that happen to all the wolves, or just some of them.
Only 3 of them, so I marked them. Change their base color or something, but it's 1, 2.
Yeah.
Oh, these trees are not good.
So I moved just a tiny bit before I did it, but I'm gonna just move again. A little bit up to this hill now.
Okay.
Yeah. Enough. There you go.
There.
That's perfect.
That brings us to Cora.
Hey, you wolves. It's not nice to steal babies. Stop bothering these town folk. Hey, you wolves. Like that.
There you go.
Yeah, I cannot see anything on this map. These trees. So I'm up in front somewhere.
Well, and it's very dark, so you can't really see much of anything. You just hear the wolves.
For me, how long does it take to actually cast dark vision from inside? If we look at that. I don't think I have it written down anymore.
An action.
An action. Okay, it would be a full action. I think I will cast thorn growth, spike growth. I have the actual name here. Spike growth, which I don't even remember. It's been so long. I think it's a 20 by 20, a 20-foot radius.
Yeah, 20-foot radius. Centered on a point.
So
That is big.
So where's the center?
yeah. So the wolves are all kind of here. I guess I won't see the couple wolves that aren't affected and want to put it more toward where they is. So maybe like, am I tabbing? Is it showing there?
Yeah, it is.
On the hill.
Here?
Okay. So kind of like there, yeah.
Two, three, four.
Okay, guys, I made it a little harder for them to rush us. Good luck.
You pull some sharpened thorns from the pouch at your side. You say the magic word. You throw the thorns into the air. They scatter and plummet down onto the landscape, and suddenly this horrifying, like, spiked magical terrain appears.
Back here. I guess I'm well when I can't hide behind. Roy's gonna move. I guess I'm just gonna run behind a tree, one of the trees back here, and try to hide. Oh, I can't really see. Just getting the DM screen. Yeah, that looks good. I'll help by firing them arrows. Good luck.
Okay. That brings us to Nerida.
Alright, I will take a deep breath, feeling the storm on my skin. Thank Umberly for these favorable conditions. Move next to my cleric bro here and cast Call Lightning and harness this pre-existing storm. Do more damage. And I will strike it down here. I forget how to tab. There we go. These
Tab.
between these boys.
It's
Yeah.
two. It's a dex save.
Let's get my spells out. I forgot to do that.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's been so
Dex
long. I
save.
forget what my spells are. Jeez.
And you're casting it at level 3?
Yeah.
Alright.
And I'm using my bonus for our cool bonus. And I'm channeling divinity, so it doesn't
Oh, they
matter.
both definitely fail.
Good. Oh, well, it's too late now.
So this wolf on the left, he's just been slowed. He's in mid-charge, and suddenly this terrifying lightning bolt flashes down, just arcs it through it. It like tenses up for a second, and then just collapses on the ground. How much damage does it do with max? Just 30, right?
40, because it's stormy already.
Oh yeah.
Good lord.
Holy
Plus
shit.
the... well, yeah, plus the bonus action.
Okay, which was D6?
2d6, I think we decided, so 12
Would the bonus
more.
action also be maximized or no?
Yes.
Oh, damn. Is that 52 damage?
52
Yeah, it
damage.
That's fair. You're a thunder giant now. Or storm giant or whatever it's called.
So the lightning arcs through this wolf, and it howls and screeches, but it does not die.
All right. We got super wolves, boys.
But not all of them are super wolves, apparently.
Did you want to move?
Already did.
Okay. That brings us to Lost.
Let's see. Which wolves are slowed?
Ones that are marked slowed.
This one and this one?
Are they marked slowed? I don't actually see them
You
marked.
have to mouse
there they
over
are.
it. Yeah.
Okay.
They're the two that are howling instead of not howling.
Okay, yeah. I'm so tired of killing wildlife creatures. Especially with all the shit that's been going on. I'm going to let's see, actually, let me make sure that I can do what I want to do here. Boop. Yeah, okay. I'm going to move myself up in here because I am not affected by the thorn grove.
Yeah, you don't take damage from the plants. It doesn't matter.
I mean, I wouldn't
I'm almost
anyways.
certainly sure that he doesn't
No.
take the damage from the
Yeah, no,
I think because of your special ability you don't, but otherwise you would.
With
magical
landstride,
plants.
I do not take damage for magical plants. Oh no, I have an advantage on a saving throw. Well, whatever, I'll still hop up in here. So if I have to roll to not get hit, that's fine. And I am going to.
You just take damage for walking over it, actually.
Yeah, there's no saving throw against them. They're 2d4 for every 5 feet that you move through.
Cool. Well, then I take whatever I take.
I believe
17
it's
points of
4.
piercing damage as you trudge through.
4.
I mean,
The spiked growth.
if he knew that was happening, he could have just gone around and then only hit those 2 spaces.
He did what he
This is
did.
true. I'll
Yeah,
take.
that's true.
I'll take it. 'Cause I didn't read my thing carefully enough. And I'm going to cast Speak with Animals.
Okay.
You're gonna talk to him for 6 seconds.
Yeah. I'm gonna say stop.
So you
to-
sort of wave your arms and cast the spell.
Yeah.
Say the words.
Yeah.
What do you say to him? Just stop?
I'm just gonna say stop.
Okay. That brings us to Roy. A couple wolves. Not a problem. 3, 4, 5, 6.
So that's the first. Roy running
Yeah,
towards
right
the fight.
here. That's the only thing he's done in the fight.
Shh. I mean, just in general, because he's a coward.
Okay. He runs straight up to them, but unfortunately he can't do anything else this turn. Brings us to Welgwyn.
Okay, I am. So I'm like right between 2 spots. Does that mean that I'm like, if I want to move this way, does this spot count
We'll
as an
say
additional
you're in this
spot?
spot.
Okay, great, cool. Thank you. So I'm gonna come up behind this tree. So that's
This way?
no. Why can't I pick it up?
This way? 'Cause
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why can't I?
Because you're not on it, but it's okay. Just so
Let me
this
take
way.
it. Yeah, right up. Yeah, right up behind this tree. Right here. I would
Okay.
like to hide behind this tree. Let me go find
You're
my
gonna use your bonus to hide.
Yes, I'm gonna use my bonus to hide.
Roll to hide.
Wait, I didn't need it.
That's okay. 16
Either way,
plus
though.
what?
Okay.
8?
Yes, plus.
Feeling real hidden.
Yeah. All right, cool. So then I'm gonna shoot at. Which boy? Where are those boys?
The ones that are howling will be
Or like
gonna
disadvantage
shoot.
on that since it's dark.
That is true.
Okay.
They're fully obscured, effectively, so you should fire at disadvantage.
I'd like to shoot at this boy right here, this slowed wolf.
All right, roll to hit. Well, since you're hidden, though, the advantage cancels out the disadvantage, so just roll.
So I just roll once. Okay.
Jump 8 attack bonus. That's not true.
Oh, bummer.
So normally you wouldn't get, if you had hit, you wouldn't, but since Roy's within 5 feet, you would get sneak attack bonus, but you missed, so.
Well,
You get sneak attack if you're unseen, and she's unseen.
It's only advantage.
Oh, with
actually.
advantage, that's right.
Yeah, and then allies within 5 feet.
all right.
Yeah.
Well, either
So
way,
You
Okay.
jump up on the hill, duck behind the tree, until you think you're pretty hidden. You've lost all the wolves. You loose your arrow, and it just sails out into the night. You don't hear anything. You're like, I don't think I hit anything. That brings us to Harbakir Toll, Middleek.
Ah, I can see the wolves, though. Let's see. I'm going to charge up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right next to my good friend, Welgwyn Woodburl. And... oh, what are we going to do here?
Wolves are friends, not food.
No, that's not true.
That's half true, kind of.
You know
Not
what?
my first choice, wolf meat. But I'll take it.
Dear, I'm gonna Shield of Faith Roy. I think. Let me take a look real
Oh,
quick.
wow. Okay.
I gotta make sure I can actually use it. I haven't had like an opportunity to use it. I think except like the first session.
Oh, it gives +2 AC.
+2 AC, 6 speed. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna Shield of Faith Roy.
So you reach in your pouch briefly with your sort of shield hand, pull out a small piece of parchment. Or actually, you don't need it, right? Because you hold your shield up high. You invoke the power of Helm. Again, it's a little difficult, but much easier
Magically
than
fields
it
him.
has been. And
Oh, that's good.
the image of your shield sort of like $1 million man moves over to Roy. It seems to be enshrouding him in this magical shield.
And
Anything
then, did we decide that my protection thing was a bonus action? I have it here somewhere.
Thought it was an action.
I don't remember what we decided. All right, I'm not going to do anything else this turn. We'll figure that out later.
Pretty sure it's an action because it's
I
goddamn
think you
amazing.
posted it. They posted it in the Discord.
Yeah,
when you
that's what
wanted
I'm
to-
looking it up, but I'm done with
It's
my
way
turn
up.
for now. So,
Okay, top of the round. Oh! Some more wolves emerge from the trees.
Shit.
Hey, look, they have friends. They're so cute. I like wolves. I'm gonna ride one.
So, let's see. These guys are surrounding Roy. Yeah. Let's see. Five.
Roy about to get himself messed up.
Except he has an absurd AC now.
Yeah, dude, didn't he have like 18 before? So now he's at like 20.
Well, yeah, he had
he-
more
he
than
had-
18.
He had 20. Now he's at
Oh,
20.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Still, I mean, with advantage on all those to hits. I think they only get, what, +3 to hit? I don't remember what wolves get, so
+4.
he'll miss a lot. Yeah, still.
At least they can only most
They
of them
can
can only
still
attack
crit.
once. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
but
wolves
pack tactics
plunge
and-
through the trees. Oh,
Yeah.
smacking into each other slightly. At here.
Oh.
Just barely. Okay, so 4 attacks on Roy with pack tactics. It's true.
Sorry, Roy. But they all get advantage.
I don't think they're gonna have it.
miss. Can they even hit? Yeah, they can. They have to roll an 18 or higher. Now that he has +2 AC. Several of those would have hit. Two of those would have hit? Yeah.
I don't think any of them would have, right? Would have been what? 16,
15's
19?
Oh, no, you're right. None of them would have
Yeah.
hit.
But, oh well.
So Roy, shield and rapier in hand, is just like the wolves dive at him repeatedly. But none of them seem to be able to connect. Oh yeah, and these guys are slowed, right? So they get like disadvantage on the attack.
Oh, yeah.
Because they wouldn't have hit. This guy is slowed, right?
It doesn't.
Oh no, the one that was slowed had died. That's right.
Slow doesn't seem to say anything about them taking disadvantage on their attack.
I think you can only take one attack or bonus action, but not both.
exactly.
And,
That's right.
Yeah,
That's right.
can't use reactions. Yada yada. Half move speed.
-2 AC and Dex saving throws. Can't use reactions. Either an action or bonus, not both. Can't make more than one melee or ranged attack on its turn. Alright. That brings us to Chance.
All right. Well, gosh. I now know they're turbo wolves, so that scares me quite a considerable amount.
Use your tail, Chance.
You know what? Later, Cora, we're gonna have this conversation. But right now, I'm gonna keep myself okay in the head so I don't get upset and all angry. Get right up next to a leak. And I think it's time for a 3rd level snowball swarm.
That'll hit Roy if you put it here.
Roy's pretty agile, though.
Don't you have your
So-
sorcerer points that you can
Yeah, I was
use
just
to not
about
hit
to.
him?
I was just
Oh, that's
about to do that. So yeah, I will cast it on those 3 and use careful spell to avoid hitting him. That's 1. Okay, cool. Yeah, so that exactly right there.
One of them is slow, right? So he's disadvantage. It's the last one, too. Yo, that's bad. I think the first one actually succeeds. Yeah.
Okay.
This one succeeds. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right. So that's since I did a 3rd level, it's a 4d6. Yay! Let's go. Come on. Well, I will take it.
Be good. So, you draw from your pouch a small piece of ice that you've been saving, keeping magically cool. You throw it into the air and clap it, and it shatters into like 100 icy shards. Swirl them around and heave them over in that direction, making sure to focus your wild energies and not hit your compatriot Roy. They slam into the wolves. These 2 don't take the attack and go down. This one. The one that is slow, its slowness causes it to not dodge deftly through the ensuing storm of ice, and it gets pelted repeatedly for 16 points of cold damage. Anything else?
No, I'm content.
Right, that brings us to Cora.
I am way in the back.
Way in the back.
Way in the back. I guess I am blindly going to just fire at wolves.
I don't even know if you have line of sight to any wolves. There's a wolf right by Naruto that you can barely make out. And then that might be the easiest one to hit.
Just because of where I am and how the map is, it's a little hard to get a view of this. Okay.
Okay.
So I guess I can move up there to behind this tree and then fire at it.
Sure. And roll
You don't
a
really
hit.
need to be behind trees. Wolves
Roll
can't
to hit with
ranged attack.
disadvantage.
But I'm kind of drunk, so I need something to lean on.
To steady your
Yeah.
archery hand. Yeah, roll with
As I-
disadvantage to hit.
Okay. Where's my rolling? Here's my rolling. Ooh.
18,
18.
right? Yeah, that'll hit. Go ahead and roll
Um,
damage.
What I wanted to say. Are these beasts? Don't I have something
Yes.
special about beasts?
Well-
Finally, I got +2 damage on the bow.
Yes, it's true. Go ahead and roll
Hold on,
damage.
you said well like they're werewolves. Are they werewolves?
It's a beast.
So I have to remember what my damages are. 1d8 plus what was it? +5, so +7. And I guess that's all I get.
Yep,
here.
it's not Hunter's Mark, so D8 plus 7.
There's nothing special going on. Just that D8.
Right,
14.
despite it being very dark, you're somewhat close enough, and Nerida's glow of magic conjuring the storm above her creates a small silhouette of the wolf that has moved up on her. Even though you're a bit drunk, you lean yourself against the tree, loose an arrow, and it strikes this wolf dead in the chest. As it sort of tumbles over, its form contorts and shifts, and hands grow from its paws and feet grow from its hind paws. It seems
That's
to be-
kind of weird. I have not seen a wolf do that before.
you can barely see in this extremely dark light, but it seems that there's a dead human on the ground where you shot the wolf.
Tonight we're eating human.
Merida,
That's not cannibalism, right? I'm a different race. It's
Well,
okay.
seeing that kind of horrified me. I don't
happened
know
right
if
in
I
front of
want-
you.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to kill all these villagers. Don't really know what else to do.
Hold your
Friend the
action and let
innocent.
Lost talk to him.
It's not your turn. Be quiet.
Yeah, I don't know if
Sorry.
I can non-lethally magic blast stuff.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Or actually, I think it has to be a weapon attack to stun.
Then not to stun. You can check.
Spell deal non-lethal damage. Only spells that include a melee attack.
Okay.
I believe the rules say like it has to be a melee attack. I think I made an
Then-
exception because Cora has like blunt arrows.
Arrows.
That's it.
Well, here. And I will strike at him with my glaive.
All right.
It's silvered.
It's silvered. That's true.
It's
But I'm
silver.
trying to do non-lethal damage if that's allowed with my silvered weapon.
Sure.
Okay.
Smack it
You're
with the
gonna
flat of your
double
blade.
non-lethal damage.
Roll the hit.
Oh, +7, but not great.
Plus 7.
11.
Slow blows, right? That will not hit.
Alright, and then with
The
my
wolf
bonus
leaps out of the
action, I will try to non-lethally strike it with spiritual weapon.
Okay, so you cast spiritual weapon.
Yeah. Why?
God.
You lethally strike it instead. Huh?
You summon the moon tiara, a blinding flash of light. It charges at the wolf, but it's just too nimble and dodges out of the way.
Cool. Okay.
Lost. Your turn.
Werewolves. Well then. Decisions.
So you guys, I had a really good idea for our song. You want to hear it?
Not right now. Thank you, Cora. I don't know. I too am struggling with the likelihood of kill. I was upset about killing a bunch of wolves. Now I'm upset about killing a bunch of the villagers.
Technically, we only know we killed one villager.
Yeah.
You think the rest are just wolves? Just by coincidence, there was just one werewolf in with the rest of the wolves?
A couple others disappeared. So technically, yes.
All right, it's not your turn.
I'm going to.
The werewolves are the leader of the pack.
Go and attack.
I'm going. Oh man. Okay, well, Horizon is voting for me to kill all the wolves by trying to attack my computer screen. I will. Yeah. Oh my god, why is this so difficult? Yeah, I will. I'll go ahead and do an erupting earth cast. Right? Yeah.
Hey.
That should hit these three. It shouldn't hit. Let me look at it. I might have to move it a little bit further out. Hold on a second. 20-foot cube. So yeah, a little bit further out, so that it's not hitting right, like here.
But yeah, you can hit all three of these targets. Okay,
Yeah.
so
And then it's a dex save of 13, which I might get, but
so like this.
Whoa.
yeah, more or less.
Perfect. No one question it. All right, so dex save. Go left to
Yeah.
right.
Oh, wait, but that's another slow
Yep.
thing.
Two of them are
That's
slow.
it.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
So yeah, they have that -2 on that.
Oh, is it -2? I thought it was disadvantage.
No, it's -2.
Okay, we'll just use the first three then. I think they
Oh,
still
damn.
save. What's your DC?
It's 13, so
Okay, yeah.
One
so
really screwed
these, the slow ones actually still succeed, but this one on the end takes the full brunt of the exploding earth as you toss out a piece of obsidian, gesturing with your hands, saying the magic words. The obsidian digs into the earth, and spikes of erupting rocks smash out from the ground, clambering around and smashing into the wolves. 18 points of damage. This wolf is just turns into a pile of flesh. They just
Gross.
take 9 points of damage, right?
yep.
This is lost. So ziggy zaggy, hoi hoi hoi.
Did you want to move any more, or are you done?
No, I'm gonna stay put so I don't take any more thorn damage.
Okay. Roy's turn. He's here just fighting him, so he's gonna swing.
Are you the only person who's taking damage from the
One
sword
on
shoot
the
I
right.
threw out?
It's
Yep,
true.
but that's because I didn't understand mechanics. Now I do.
They are slow. Does attacking them do anything? -2 AC, right? Yeah.
Yes.
He's gonna take 2 swings with his rapier at the wolf on his right. That is... I think those are both hits. Yeah, definitely. What's it at? 25? Check.
It's got to be like at least a 13, right?
What's at least a 13? Oh, he rolled a 1 and an 8. Check something real quick. Oh yeah. 21 points of slashing damage.
Damn.
He slashes into this wolf. Actually, he slashes the wolf, and it doesn't bleed. He just slashes into it with his rapier, and he like looks confused for a second, like he hit something really hard, and then he slashes again into the wolf, and the wolf just kind of is like taking the hits. It's trying to dodge, but it just kind of takes the hits and seems completely unfazed. Like, what? What is this? What are they doing? These aren't normal wolves.
No,
That brings us
here.
to
wearing
Welwyn's turn.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try to hide again because I feel like maybe the wolves didn't see me.
Okay.
So let me. Yeah. And that's plus. Plus 7.
7, so 13.
Yeah.
Don't feel very hidden.
Well, I'm gonna
Maybe
shoot
you're-
anyway. I'm gonna shoot at this guy over here. This fella.
The one on the left or the right as you're
The
facing?
one. If you're facing the wolves, then it's the one on the left.
Okay. Roll to hit with disadvantage.
Okay.
Hey.
Feel good.
Consistent.
That'll hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
All
If
right.
he doubles, you
and
get to roll
then-
again, right?
Let me just remind myself what my normal damage is for
Monopoly
this.
D&D.
Monopoly D&D.
It should be
1d6
just a
plus 3.
D6. Yeah.
No, it's sneak attack damage because
No, it's
the
not.
thing's near,
Nope,
it's near
9.
Roy.
Oh, it's near Roy. That's
What
true.
is that?
It is sneak attack damage, so you can roll 4 more D6 if you want.
Sweet.
But I can tell you right now, you'd be rolling in vain because the arrow sticks
do
into the
nothing?
wolf and it just kind of flexes and the arrow falls out. Doesn't seem to have affected it.
I don't like these wolves. But I guess that's that. So I'm
Right?
done for now.
Harbakir told Middle League.
Well, the wolves are magic, so that's a thing. Let's see. Let's take a little look at things here. All right. We're gonna run up 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. I'm gonna get right there. If I can get right there. I cast my gauntlet right next to this guy. And then I'm gonna slap it with the gauntlet.
Next to that guy right there.
Yeah. And then we'll
Right,
see what the
roll a
wolf does. That's 19, I think.
That will hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
4 plus 3. Does it do anything? So 7 damage. Does it actually like appear to take damage?
So you raise your shield, you conjure the magical energy of Helm again, you struggle slightly. Oh my god. And you conjure the gauntlet, it slaps the wolf, but the wolf looks totally unfazed.
What's going on, Roy? What is this?
I don't know. That brings us to wolf turn.
I actually still have an action.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna give it the old college try and just attack it with a crushinator.
Yay!
That is +4, 11. Probably not gonna hit. There are -2 AC, so whatever.
Yeah,
that is.
that does hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
All right, let's roll the damage.
Or don't bother because it's not going to do any damage.
Well, I don't know, but I want to know. That's +4.
So you just barely, as the
12.
wolf is dodging around, sort of reeling and trying to get a bead on you to lunge in and attack, you smash it with the crushinator. It sort of collapses to the ground for a moment and just stands back up, totally unfazed. Wolf turn.
Wish we had that bag.
Okay, on their turn. They sort of start to stand on their hind legs and their form begins to shift. They sort of seem to be growing slightly larger and standing in a more humanoid. As they get smacked.
As they
around.
knock everyone over.
They actually knock anybody over?
Yeah, you knocked over Alex.
Oh, okay.
Piece.
And they're going to, and they're still slow.
Just out of curiosity, did they not take any damage because of like non-magical attack? Because I think the gauntlet should have been a magical attack. I don't know if that matters.
It does not say that it's a magical attack. I have to assume
Shouldn't
that it's
it?
not a magical attack.
Well, let's find out.
On a hit, the target takes force damage equal to D8 plus your spellcasting mod. It's a
Force
melee.
damage.
It does say it's a melee spell attack. That doesn't mean it's a magical weapon.
That seems crazy to me that it wouldn't
That's
be,
true.
but it's your call. When you summon
Force
it with the
damage.
power of your god, and it's like intangible and unaffected by like
Well,
vines
it's obviously
and
not
AoE attack.
intangible, but
Like,
yeah.
Well, and then it's still in a physical, quote-unquote, physical item that's doing physical damage because it's still hitting.
Okay, so it is.
So it's force
I
It
mean,
is
I
a spell.
assumed it was like magical damage, but it's
What
not
was
a
the
real
damage on it?
tangible object.
7? I believe it was 7.
Billy, you rolled an 8, right?
I rolled an 8 on my crushinator
right.
hit.
Oh yeah, no, it does seem affected by the glove slap.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Okay, they stand up
Doesn't seem
and
like
appear to be some sort of half wolf, half man type thing that maybe you've heard of before. They are going to. They're gonna both go for you, Alik. They've got. So that'll be. I think it's all +4. Yeah. 11 and 21.
21 hits.
Sorry, it's 11, 8, 14, 21. But only the 21 hits.
Yes.
They're just slashing at you with claws and snapping at you with bites, but only one claw actually connects.
Icon saved. Or, no, what's concentration,
It's
not
true.
con.
So you take 9 points of slashing damage as one of the claw attacks strikes you across the chest. Small bit of blood smear as it leaves.
Am I a werewolf now?
Not sure. You feel normal other than your chest hurts. Chance! Oh, sorry, there are more wolves. This one is going to... I mean, the gloves are off, right? Oh, okay, so this one's just gonna attack Nerida with a bite.
Alright.
19?
Yep, pretty sure that hits. Yeah.
Snarls, lunges at you, and bites your arm for 7 points of piercing damage.
Do I feel like a werewolf?
Make
No.
a strength saving throw.
Don't get bit by a wolf for a while.
+2.
Oh, you're good. Okay, so
Yeah.
you
Ooh,
feel as
finally.
it lunges and grabs your arm, it's trying to like tear you to the ground,
And-
but you're too strong.
Wrath of the Storm.
All right, blast it with a powerful thunder blast.
Yeah.
Is that max? Oh god.
Yeah.
So it latches onto your arm and tries to pull you to the ground. You struggle against it for a moment, and then you reach out to Umberly and say, like, this ain't happening. You just blast it with thunder, and the wolf flies back, slams into the tree, slumps to the ground, dead.
Darn, I tried.
It doesn't change shape. It's just
Okay,
Just
that's
a
fine.
dead wolf on the ground. All right, Chance.
Okay. And this is fourth round of combat, right?
Third, actually.
Third? Okay, cool. Trying to keep track. All right.
Oh, do I have to roll concentration for the storm I'm not using?
Did it actually? It didn't hit you, right? Oh, it did. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I
Roll a
didn't
concentration save.
Damn.
Your connection with the storm is perfect. You are
Great.
utterly unfazed by the small bite in your arm.
All right. Then I'm just gonna move up a tiny bit more, and I don't know how to properly talk to a werewolf, but I'm gonna try my best to just hurt them enough. So I'm gonna do a second level snowball swarm on them.
All right.
So that I miss Roy and Alik. So like starting right there. So like right there. So that'll just hit him right, like on the edge.
Oh, well, you want to put
Around.
it actually on them, right? But yeah.
Oh yeah. But I mean
I
like
know
so
what
that
you
okay, cool.
It'll be on them.
Got it. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and roll damage, and we'll go left to right for saves. They're slow, which gives them 2 or disadvantage.
-2.
So I think they both fail.
Nice. Okay.
The swirling storm of horrifying ice slams into them
Ooh, there we go.
for 12 points.
I
Cold
think, by the
damage.
way, they should be getting slow or saved against slow at the end of each of their turns.
Oh, that is true.
You are
15
not
might
wrong.
succeed then.
But only if they actually successfully saved.
That's a wisdom
save.
throw.
Oh, they both
Yeah.
succeeded. Yeah, so the
Good
15
lord.
actually saves.
Sorry.
Take half. Oh, good call. All right. Anything else?
No.
Alik should get a inspiration point for that.
I should.
Don't you already have one?
I don't know. Maybe? No.
Yeah, I'm just gonna chill right here. Let somebody else figure out how to take
All
care
right.
of these guys.
Aura.
Are there any close enough that I can move to them?
You can't even see anything. You've utterly lost all of your compatriots and everyone into the darkness.
Okay. So I guess if everyone's in the dark, I'm just gonna start chanting dark vision.
Okay.
Take an action to do that. I think we also forgot to give me my second attack last turn, but that's okay. I'm a little drunk.
There was no one in range you could even hit. I considered it and I was like,
Yeah.
there's nothing you can even hit because you killed that one wolf and you couldn't see anything
Yeah.
else. All right, so you chant the magic words. You crumble a bit of dried carrot, and it sort of like gets infused with magic from your fingertips, flows up into your eyes. They shimmer slightly in the darkness, and suddenly you can see a lot better.
I can see again! Hurrah!
Do you want to move?
Sure. I guess just now that I can see things, move closer to everyone.
The edge of your danger zone.
Yeah, edge of the danger zone. It's a danger zone.
Nerida.
All right. Well, I don't know what to do about these weird things. These weird human things, looking things. All right. Oh. I will try to non-lethally hit this guy with my glaive.
Which guy? You're out of range of everyone.
No, I'm 10 feet. Right? Is that not 10 feet? I could have moved.
There's
like,
a.
right
You're in
here.
range of Alec's glove, but not. the
Oh,
werewolves.
I thought that was a thing. Well, never mind.
You move your arrow as well.
Yeah.
By the light of the moon.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I took forever, so you're good.
Can I? Let me see. Sorry, I don't have any of my spells open. Nope.
Anything else?
I mean, sorry, I was seeing what spells I had. It's been a little while.
Okay.
No, I guess not.
All right. That brings us to Lost.
Oh. How many of these have we got left? 1,
2?
2, 3. 2? Is it just the 2 that are left?
Pretty sure it's just a 2. Yeah.
Yep.
I think. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna throw out another erupting earth. Pretty much in the exact same spot. Hit those two guys.
All right. So they roll dex saves.
Yes.
Actually, no, they. One of them doesn't save. ahead and roll damage.
Stop interfering
again.
with me, cat.
Throw another chunk of obsidian out. Isn't there one more die?
There is. Yes, the cat is up. Prevent. Oh, goddamn. What's with these horrible
fantastic.
rolls?
All right. The one on your right deftly dodges some of the chunks of stone that you toss its way and only takes 7 points of bludgeoning damage. Oh, it's 4. The other takes the full brunt of it. Takes all 15. Yes, definitely dodges the deluge of rocky debris. Anything else?
No.
All right. That brings us to Roy. He's just gonna hack at them. He hacks and hacks. The attack. He hits, but he's not doing any damage. It's not effective. I don't know.
We already talked about this, Roy.
Brings us to Welgwyn's turn.
Yeah. I'm gonna move out from behind this tree. I still can't move myself. Don't know why that is. Tim, can you just move me to like right?
I got you.
Here's, oh, thank you. And I'm just gonna try to talk to these guys. Like, I don't know what else to do. So I'm gonna call out to them and say, "Hey guys, listen."
Hey guys!
Already killed half of you.
Hey, wolves! I know you're not. You're under control of something else that's affecting your ability to think reasonably and to think rationally, but you just gotta wait this out. We don't want to hurt you, so just
I do.
stop it. And
It's a little late for that.
They just like snarl back at you.
all right, good chat. I'm gonna go back behind that tree.
All right. See something real quick. Okay. Yeah, okay. Over the din of the rain and occasional thunder, no one heard anything. But suddenly appearing next to Alik is a much larger, more fearsome, darker furred wolf humanoid. It
Try
doesn't
hitting that
have
one, Roy.
any tattered clothing at all.
Did he
And
walk through these thorns?
No. And
Has to make
it's
a
gonna
wisdom
take
save.
2 swipes and a bite at you, Alik. I
don't think he did a good job.
What's it supposed to?
If they're lower than 20.
Yeah, none of those will hit. Oh well, but it's unseen, so it should have advantage. Nope. One more.
Is it unseen for all 3 attacks?
Yes. It's a multi-attack, so they're all the same.
Okay.
That's my ruling.
Oh, goddamn.
It does hit with the bite. Actually.
Thought it had to be over 18. Oh, he might have an extra
That's-
bonus.
Definitely over 20.
Wasn't it 22 with the
That's for Roy.
bonus? Oh. Oh, it's going against Alik. Got it.
Yep. You take 10 points of piercing damage. You block the first 2 slashes. It's this ferocious flurry of attacks that just popped out of nowhere. Very confusing to you. You block the first two with your shield, but it like peels your shield down with immense strength and snap, bites straight into your shoulder. Roll a Constitution save.
Fail. Let's get a werewolf party member.
It's not poison, is it?
Not
That's
poison.
+2. +3.
+3. As this creature sinks its teeth into your shoulder, you feel something foreign coursing through your veins.
Oh, I'm a werewolf
starts
now.
invading your person. You feel dizzy for a moment, but shake it off. That brings us to Harbakir Toll Middle League.
We're waffle.
I was just thinking that.
Get the maple syrup. Alright, I'm gonna drop concentration on Shield of Faith. We're gonna pull up some
Roll a
Spirit
concentration
Guardians.
save because you took.
I did already.
Okay.
I succeeded. It was a 12 +3. So yeah, and I'm going to. It doesn't matter anyways because I'm going to cast Spirit Guardians,
Right.
and it's going to affect everyone that is a werewolf that I can see right
Does
now.
it affect them immediately?
We decided that no, it affects them on their
But it will
turn,
affect
or
them
if
on
they
their
get
turn.
pushed into it.
Okay, so
But not if
you
I
drop
move
the
into
Shield
them.
of Faith that was enshrouding Roy Parthis, and instead reach out to Helm. Again, takes a little bit of effort, but you manage to establish the connection and
And glove slap.
summon dozens of floating spectral gloves that fly through the air, slapping at everything.
That's a 22 on the glove slap.
Who are you going on?
The big guy.
Big guy? Okay, that hits.
That's 11.
Right. So, in retaliation, your spectral glove slaps him. It just snarls as it like retracts its teeth from your shoulder, dripping with blood. Anything else? That's all you can do, right?
That's all I can do. Well, I can move, but I'm not gonna.
Top of the round, werewolves. They're gonna go. Let's see. Going for Roy.
I'm gonna defend him against the first one.
Freshly exposed Roy. Okay, so the defense actually succeeds. And on the rest, Roy just swats it away, so they're slashing at him and biting. He's like, with his rapier, he kind of like wards off one of them. One of the slashes comes in, he just like catches his rapier between his claws, slapping the other one away with his shield. Tough bastards. Brings us to Chance.
Okay. Man, these werewolves are taking more out of me than I really enjoy. Jesus. Big baddie. What are we gonna do to the big jerk? Alright. Oh, like our new friend who's shown himself. So I'm gonna go ahead and hit him with frostbite. He's 60 feet away, right?
Oh yeah, he's way closer.
Okay. Cool. Then yeah, I'm gonna hit him with frostbite.
All right, it's an attack, I think, right? So roll to hit.
No, it's a 15
it's a
con save,
I'm thinking of Ray of Frost.
which might
Yeah, he saves. So he
Damn it.
takes no damage, I believe. Conjure the spell, make the motions, and start to coalesce, chilling frost around it. Its fur just sort of shakes and shatters all the magical frost.
I want to give him the middle finger and end my turn.
Okay. Cora.
Mm. Let's see. Drunk Cora can see things again. Yay! But not really close enough to move into the space. That's Yara. Which movement do I have? 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
See just fine now.
Yep. And where exactly is the big one?
Definitely hit him.
I guess I'll make a roll on the big one.
All right, roll to hit. Drunkenly, you're sort of drunk, but you're like in the zone now too. It's fight time. Focus heavily, dart up into the trees and loose an arrow.
Where's the baby? We gotta save the baby!
That'll hit. Roll damage.
Has it already been damaged?
Yes.
I'll put another d6 on that then.
Is it a d6 or a d8? I thought it was a d8 for that. D6 is Hunter's Mark.
Okay. Well, I got full on the d6, so...
Should
She's
do
so
better?
drunk she doesn't know.
Just
I
keep
still
rolling
got a
those
6.
sixes.
It's fine. 6, 6, 6. So it's 12 plus 7.
Not 7.
It's still a beast, unless the werewolf's not a beast.
Werewolf in hybrid form is not a beast.
Okay.
So 17. The arrow sinks into the magic arrow from your magic bow, sinks into its back, and it howls with pain.
But it's not technically a magic arrow itself, because I haven't gotten the enchanted
All
arrows yet.
arrows fired from your bow are considered magical for the purposes of resistance.
Oh, you know.
That's how magic
Okay,
bows
cool.
work.
I'm down.
You have another attack.
Sure, let's do it again.
That'll hit.
And that is my hit.
For 8
Or-
points of piercing damage. Oh! Sort of yelps a bit, turns and snarls at you. Nerida.
Pretty puppy.
Seeing this giganto man appear before me, I'm going to strike him with lightning. And I'm going to hit, like, over here so that it doesn't hurt any of my friends.
Yeah, like right here.
And I'm going to channel divinity and use my bonus action on him.
So it does how much? 52?
52!
Eat it, big bad.
Get lightning. Oh, also he gets pushed 10 feet away from me.
Oh, okay. Sure.
That works on lightning, but not thunder damage. And finally, I am using lightning damage.
So, feeling at one with the storm, you call down a furious bolt of lightning. It slams into him, shudders and tremors as the energy pulses through his horrifying body. And he gets pushed. He kind of gets pushed through Alik. Let's say Alik roll a dex save.
Away from me would kind of be, like, through Allie?
Away from you is like this. So it's sort of through Alik. It's a low DC.
Okay.
I'm rolling a dex save. I did very well.
Oh, good boy.
Seeing this creature sort of barreling towards you against his will, you quickly dodge out of the way.
Can I dodge, or can I, like, slam my shield into him and make him take damage?
Yeah.
Can't do
Get an
damage.
AO.
Didn't even move out of his melee range.
Also,
Certainly
I don't
not
have
willingly.
Yeah.
Okay. Unless you want to move You want to move your tiara, right?
Wait a second. All the wolves have moved, right?
I can't. I used my bonus action.
Oh, you're
It's
right.
a bonus action to move it, so I'm done.
So all
Okay.
the wolves should have taken damage from my thing.
These two have been in the same exact place for
Oh, yeah, that's right.
several rounds.
So go ahead and roll your Spirit Guardian's damage. Is it a Wisdom
Oh.
save?
Yeah, weirdly, it's a wisdom save.
What's the DC?
14? What is it? 8 plus proficiency plus wisdom? It'd be 16, right? No, 14. 14.
Ooh, with 14, big one actually succeeds.
Okay.
Just barely.
It's radiant, if that matters. I don't know if radiant deals more to shapeshifters or if that's just moonbeam.
Good to know. All right, and it does 12 damage as the gloves fly around, slapping their foes, piercing through them with radiant damage. Not looking so happy about this. Takes half, right? Not looking so happy about this. All right, that brings us to Lost.
Yep, and this time I know what I'm going to do, and I've been being dumb the entire time. So I'm going to cast Moonbeam, but I'm actually going to cast Moonbeam at 4th level.
Yeah, we're almost done.
And
I think I know where you want it, but you can tell me if I'm wrong.
I think I'm going to end up putting it right between these two guys.
Oh, are you? Okay. East?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Actually, you know what? Psych, like here. No, I don't want to hit my guys. I'll leave it between those two, and I'll move it. I'll move it when I need to.
Taste my moonbeam.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all I think of.
Yeah, exactly.
And it does nothing right now, but when their turn starts, it will do stuff.
Yes, that is true. Anything else? So a shaft of glorious moonlight erupts from the sky, piercing through the clouds above and engulfing the two werewolves there.
Nope, I'm going to stay put.
Okay, that brings us to Roy. He's going to spin around in confusion and take the dodge action because he's determined he can't actually fight these things. That brings us to Welgwyn.
I think I'm just gonna go back behind the tree because I don't really think that I have anything I can do. So if someone just would move me back behind that tree, thank you very much. All right.
Nothing else?
I'm just gonna give them hell, everybody else. I'll be over here if you need me. And that's it.
Oh God.
Big Bad. What is he gonna do?
Summon a Beetleborg.
I pledge my soul to Beelzebub.
Having a
Demons
bad time.
everywhere.
He's gonna... Okay, let's see. He's gonna go for Roy. 2 claws and a bite. That will hit. 1 hits, claw 2 misses. The
Boys
bite
are boys.
hits. Oh.
Did you get Werewolf Roy? We have
Alright.
to put Roy down. And
The
take his
slash hits for 6 points. Slashing damage. Bite. Again, he catches Roy in the shoulder as he attempts to defend himself. Takes 10 points of piercing damage. It's to make a con save. Oh no. Alright, after the big werewolf pulls back, Roy staggers for a moment and looks a bit dizzy before he readies his shield and rapier again. Harvakir Tol Middleek.
Oh, Roy, it's going to be a shame to have to kill you when you turn into a werewolf, so don't turn into one.
Whatever.
Alright. Glove slapping, big bad.
Okay. Roll to hit.
I've turned into worse things in my day.
I'm Roy Parthas. That was a miss.
That's a big miss.
It's a big old stinking miss. And then we are going to do something else. Actually, how does this one work?
Don't know.
I don't either. I haven't cast it yet. I'm looking it up real quick. It's Guardian of Faith.
Well, if you have faith,
Guards it. She's the loses space. First time on turn. Yeah, I don't think that's going to work. They have to move within the radius. Okay. We are going to cast Word of Radiance. Why
Alright.
not?
It's
Con
wisdom
save.
Con save. Oops, only 3 of those.
It hits all 3 of them for 5 damage or
What's
nothing.
the DC?
It is 14.
So one of the werewolves does not succeed. It's
So
5
one
damage.
of them takes 5 damage.
Right. Oh, it's gonna actually kill it.
Nice.
So this
First
one, trapped
Yeah,
in the
here.
moonbeam,
Holy flames.
with Word of Radiance, starts being seared with holy flames,
wait.
collapses to the ground, and as it does, contorts, its claws retract, its muzzle shifts back into its face.
Can I make
And you
the
see a
flames
young-
non-lethal?
No.
Good.
You see a young woman lying naked on the ground where the werewolf was.
And then she burns up.
It's not
Dwarven
burned. Yeah,
woman?
she's like wreathed in unholy flame. Nope, appears to be human.
just killed the woman that was hitting on you.
I had a theory, but it's
Yeah,
there's
I
no
did
way
too.
to have talked to anybody.
Until we kill one and they turn into a dwarven woman.
Top of the round is wolves, and they're gonna take moonbeam damage. So go ahead and do moonbeam
And
damage.
also my damage.
Odd. How it could survive? Did a dex save? Con save.
So it's a con save for Moonbeam, and they do it at disadvantage
Why do they do it at disadvantage?
because they're shapeshifters.
Oh shit. Good call. Yeah, it would have saved. Maybe it won't. Oh, it won't.
Nara just cries a little bit.
Cries the moonbeam.
Trying to do this all night.
Oh, what the
19.
hell? All my rolls are terrible today.
What? That's like almost max, min,
Yeah.
almost max. That's fine.
It's like average damage.
It's average.
It's average damage, exactly.
So the moonbeam sears down from the heavens and scorches this creature.
Also,
falls
if it
to the ground.
Okay, yeah, it would have turned into. It instantly returns into its original form,
Okay, so
failing its saving throw, but it's dead, so it doesn't matter.
that's no, it's more horrifying. So as soon as the moonbeam pours down onto it, as you see the moonbeam like coming down, and as it passes over it, it reveals the form of this what must be like 18-year-old boy, and he just looks horrified as he looks upwards. And as it reveals him, he bursts into flame and crumbles to the ground.
Shit.
Yay, we're heroes.
It is an extra lethal moonbeam.
Yes.
Where did the wolfie go?
Chance, your turn.
Why is there people now? Guys,
There are people. The people are actually disintegrating because of the
Two
fire.
smoldering corpses on the ground,
I
heavily
don't
charred by
understand.
radiant flame. Chance.
All right. Well, you guys gotta stop killing people because the ones that I kill don't turn into people. So, I think it's your fault, not the targets themselves. So, that being said,
You're gonna turn on the team.
This is the heel turn.
Right. Yeah, this is the one thing we've been leading up to this entire time. I'm going to Scorching Ray, our big bad friend, at 3rd level. My final slot.
Roll to hit with all 4.
All
What a
right.
twist! We always said it was Lost who was going to become the big bad, but instead it's Chance!
Had to be one of the tieflings. They're all evil.
Right.
There's something about that tail.
What's your bonus?
Let's see. 8. So, yeah.
Oh, wow. Plus 8?
You get that +1 for the wand, right? Is that why you're
Yeah,
eight?
Well, 2 of those hit.
Okay,
2 go
sweet.
wide.
Cool. So 46. Hey. All right, that's how you roll, Greg.
Oh, boy. Don't put it. Oh, boy. Okay. You scorch it severely. It's like hunched over, drooping one arm. It's barely alive. Want to move?
No, I want to watch it die from here.
Cora. Will you finish this battle?
I was so close.
Cora?
Let me
Sorry, I'm here.
kill it with
Wow.
horrifying moonlight.
But we want to save one. They're people, it's not wolfies.
Again, we don't know if this one isn't a wolf.
But we don't know it's not.
We know they're all abominations.
Do I have enough distance to grapple it?
You're gonna grapple.
Can I run at it and grapple it? Can I jump on it?
She is drunk.
Oh god.
You can't quite make it.
Thank
You're
God.
1 tile away. 5 feet short.
Let me do a little jump. Come on, athletics check or something to do it. Oh,
You know what? Roll athletics. To try to jump and
Did she get a
hug
bonus
this
for
dying
being drunk?
werewolf.
A bonus to athletics for being drunk.
I don't
If
know,
you succeed,
maybe.
what are you're just gonna be on the damn.
I'm gonna knock it
Like
out
a
of the
teddy
way,
bear.
right? All the force from me.
Yes,
I'll
with the
protect
force
it.
of your drunken halfling body.
Oh
35
man.
pounds.
But it's okay because my athletics is +4. Yeah, that's it. +4. So
All right,
9.
you drunkenly lunge at the werewolf. You think you've got it, and its eyes widen right as you're about to hit it, and it steps to the side. Instead, you slam your head into this rock and crumble to the ground.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, I'm not feeling so good.
You're gonna have a bit of a headache in the morning. You take 4 points of bludgeoning damage as you crack your head against the rock. You don't notice the pain so much as the dizziness and nausea that arises. And that's gonna end your turn because you are now somewhat incapacitated. Nerida.
Dazed. That is perfectly fine.
Yeah. It was a cool move though.
It looked really great until I smashed my face.
Yeah. It was going well until it wasn't.
I will do the same thing, but not channel divinity, and hit like kind of behind the wolf, 5 feet behind him, so I don't hurt my friends,
Okay.
and roll some dice.
You, if you want, but it's at 1 HP, so.
Okay, no, I'd rather not.
How do you want to do this?
I want to burn his fur off with lightning.
Alright.
Wrap it around
Sensing
him.
the end is near, you look up to the sky and draw your gaze slowly down towards your target. You lower your arms, and as you do, a shocking bolt of electricity courses down through the sky and into the enormous werewolf. It doesn't even make any noise as it struck It tremors and seizes and falls to the ground. Smoldering and burning, small fires appearing and disappearing on its flesh in different places. That's the danger.
Well, we
appears to
didn't
have
save
passed.
anybody.
We might not have saved Roy. How you feeling, Roy? You got bit there.
Oh yeah, as this werewolf goes down, Alec, since you were bit as well, you were feeling a bit dizzy and starting to feel lightheaded, and it's suddenly clear with that final strike.
Oh, good. We
Feel
saved the town.
refreshed. I feel okay, actually. It's a bit rough for a minute when it bit me. I don't know what that was.
That was probably being a werewolf. Or becoming a werewolf.
So, like, are you guys gonna be werewolves now? Do we have to worry about you guys being werewolves?
Did Roy get bit?
Do any of us know anything about werewolves?
Can I will reach
Can I
out
roll
to
to
Roy,
figure out? Yeah.
walk over, reach out to him, and cast Lesser Restoration on him.
Alright, so you channel the spell, you reach out to Umberly, he looks you over, well, he's like, I feel fine, really. A little hurt.
Can I
Roy?
tell?
I'm over
You cast
here
the
dazed
spell,
on the ground.
Oh.
you don't
Wait.
feel like anything really happened.
I didn't know Cora was. Is Cora KO'd?
No.
No.
Well,
she
she's
drunkenly
unconscious.
slammed her head into a stone. She's not unconscious.
That's what I thought. I
but
thought she just tripped. So I didn't think
Yeah.
she was like actually in trouble.
she's fine. She's a little
Okay.
drunk, and now she's gonna have a headache tomorrow, but otherwise she's...
And she did not get bit by a werewolf, right? She just tripped. That's what I thought.
Only Roy and Ellie got bitten.
Wolves.
All right.
Can I
Did
do
that?
like
Do
a?
I get a sense that that did anything?
Doesn't seem like it did anything.
Can I
Okay.
do like a nature check to see if I know anything about werewolves?
Do I see? Oh, let Lost do his thing first.
Are werewolves part of nature? Not exactly. I would say do a history check.
Okay. Fuck. That's 11.
You know that the disease can be spread by bite, and that creatures who are infected, eventually their mood changes dramatically, their personality changes, and they at first can't control their transformations. They transform into wolves, into hybrid wolf humanoids without their control, and when they do, they have like a wild hunger and have to stalk prey.
Well, there you go, guys. I'm afraid to say I've encountered these beasts before. Alec, Roy, you guys are screwed. We're gonna have to kill you.
Roy like holds up his shield and rapier. He's like, what? No, I'm fine.
You guys got bit. I saw it.
I feel okay.
Yeah.
Does
Well,
anyone?
Everybody, hold on. Just hold on. Where's the baby? Where's the baby?
Yeah. Do we see the kid anywhere?
Roll investigation.
Okay.
You'll just have to
Can I
keep
ask
an
for
eye on
help?
us
Like,
for the next full moon, Lost.
hey guys, will someone help me see if we can find this baby? I'm not very good at finding things.
I'm good at
yeah,
investigating.
And
can
I also
see
have
very
dark
well.
vision because we're at the
Yeah.
yeah. I will help.
Let's all slowly look around. Take
God,
in
I'm just not
the
having good.
environment.
I mean, I'm.
I gotta go for the night, everybody. Y'all have fun.
Bye.
Bye.
Stick with us.
I think we're about at that point too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Here you go.
I can see at night.
The dice are not. Are not enjoying me today.
It's okay. I honestly, I'm just blaming Aiden's mods. He's just constantly turning on the levers that makes us suck or not do what, better.
Apparently, Drunk Cora has rolled terrific, so.
For everything but jumping.
Yeah.
What was your investigation?
Chance got an 18. Mine was an
Okay.
11.
So going over to where the wolves were when you first caught up to them, find on the ground a large infant-sized doll made of straw and cloth.
Well,
It has bite marks all over it as if it had been carried by one of the wolves.
Okay.
Oh, here's the baby.
There-
I'm gonna
there
take
is
it
no
and hug
baby.
it. Oh, it's good. It's safe. Everything's fine.
Another dummy. This is getting old and weird.
well, we
Why don't you make any noise, baby?
we defeated the werewolves. I think
Time to
I don't know.
party.
I'm ready to head back to town
Yeah,
and get some rest.
I was ready to get some rest like ages ago.
Yeah, no, this is yeah.
They're
Too
pushing
much.
into like early morning territory now almost. It's probably 1 or 2 a.m.
I'm soaked. I don't think there's a part of me that isn't moist right now.
Don't put it that way, but yeah, let's get back indoors.
Right, you head back to town. There are many people awake, actually. Several lights on in houses. So you head back to the tavern.
I hold the dummy up. We did it! We saved the baby!
Find Pedalor and a group of people waiting for you there, including like Rolf and Annika.
I want to grab, or Cora, can I have the doll, please?
Baby.
Baby? You want the baby?
Cora, can I have the baby?
Yeah. You treat
What is
it
that?
right, okay?
Thank you. Make sure to support its head.
Puppies need head support?
We'll have some watch together one time. We'll explain
I'm like
this.
holding it by its ankle, letting it swing back and forth.
As you hold up the doll, a woman rushes forward from the crowd. She's looking just horrified at the doll. She starts sobbing into her hands. It was Yatniv's. It's Yatniv's doll.
Oh
Been
no.
missing for 3 days.
Yeah, I'm afraid the people
Did
who
you
have gone
find her?
missing. Yeah,
Tell
I'm
me you
afraid
found her.
I'm afraid the people who went missing likely succumbed to the curse of the werewolf, and there
Werewolf?
was no survivors. We were able to defeat the werewolves, but there was no saving the villagers.
My Yatniv, you didn't see her.
No,
You don't know what happened. You don't know what happened to her. She could still be out there.
We killed the doggies? And
It
some
is
doggies were
unlikely,
people?
Cora. No, Cora. Shh. Bad. Okay. It is unlikely that she is alive. We had to defend ourselves against the werewolves, and we are certain they're gone, but we're not certain who they were.
My Yatniv, you killed them. Were there humans?
they were not. Whatever they were no longer human, and unfortunately, there was there was no other way to bring them back
Lost.
other than to put
Be
them down.
nice.
She
You're
just
not
crumbles
human
into
either.
her hands, sobbing and crying. Petalor sort of ushers her away into her husband's hands. We have lost much. Just a week or so.
I'm very sorry.
But it sounds like you have brought an end to the tragedies here.
We hope so.
Even though we grieve. Thankful. It could have been more days. You will all have to remember that. Side over the crowd, everyone's somewhat somber. Well, if it is done, we should all get some rest. Deal with this in the morning. Thank you again. Crowd slowly disperses one by one. They peel off, leaving a mostly empty tavern. Make your way upstairs to your bedrooms.
I want to make
for
sure
the
to grab a
night.
pitcher of water for Cora.
Okay. That is where we'll end this week's session of Tales from Tuatha. Thank you guys so much for coming and playing. That was a lot of fun for me.
It's good to be back.
Yeah, it's good to be back. I'm feeling good. I wasn't sure the session would be totally smooth, but I think I'm okay and can manage it, and should be good going forwards. And thank you to anyone who showed up and watched. Fantastic. Thank you so much. Tell your friends. We need more viewers. We don't need more viewers, but it would be cool. I'm proud of what we're doing here, and I think it would be great to have a little community around it. And we'll see you all next week for more Tales from Tuatha. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.